along with Kevin Hastings with you tonight. And Kevin, as we are in the pattern, it looks the same here again tonight. We have no rain at the time, but threatening skies. It's just kind of the pattern we've been in for about the last 8 or 10 days.
Oh, it's waiting on this game to start.
That's the way it does.
That's how it's been the past couple of weeks. And as soon as we got here, I said something about, well, it feels like rain, and it started. And there's a base hit, slapped left field to lead the game off.
We got the first batter of the game up there. Cody Dellinger slaps the first pitch off the bat of, I forget the pitcher's name. My handwriting, I was so late getting the lineups in tonight. It's Ethan Carpenter. Ethan Carpenter, the pitcher for Shelby. But how about that? Cody Dellinger steps right in there and slaps a base hit to start this game to left field for Cherryville Post 100, and now Caleb Narin stands in. Back-to-back left-handers for Cherryville here to start the game.
First pitch was hit out to left field, a little opposite field base hit, and puts runner on first. It's a big rivalry between these two teams. Had a big game last night in the junior league game, although controversy, of course, goes everywhere. Imagine that. Cherryville and Shelby, there's some controversy. We'll get into that later to give you guys an update on what we know.
Cherryville Post 100, a loser earlier today. A game earlier today against Hickory, a loser at home, 12-2. So trying to bounce back from that tonight here against Shelby. And a ball and 2 strikes to Caleb Narin. Narin, the third baseman tonight for Cherryville Post 100.
Yeah, we also had a tent's already been blown over by the wind and maybe had a few parts come loose.
One hopper back to the pitcher. Carpenter will go to second for one to relay to first in time. A 1-6 to 3 double play here, and that erases the base runner now. 2 down in the inning, and it'll be up to Josh Beam if Cherryville's to keep it going here in the top half of the first.
Oh, rally killer. Double play ball right back to the pitcher.
You got that right.
So probably the worst place he could have hit that ball for Cherryville here starting the game off. Post 100 now. With the third batter of the game, all lefties.
Yeah, against this right-hander, Ethan Carpenter, first pitch is taken for ball 1.
Story on Post 82 this year has been great pitching, good defense, and timely hitting. Earlier this year, the bats were a little slow getting started, but once they've got started, they put together quite a good season here.
We want to tell you can hear us tonight on WCSL, WLON, and also video tonight on What's Up Shopper.
WhatsAppShopper.com. You can actually click the link. It'll send you over to KTCBroadcasting.com too, and it'll link you over to actually the game tonight is on the WCSL channel. If you want to go straight to that page, just type in WCSL1590am.com, and that'll take you directly to the page. The video is on the bottom video player, the top video player. If you want to listen to the Shelby broadcast, Dan and Andy is doing that.
There's a shot out into right field, so now how big is the double play? A base hit off the bat of Josh Beam. Second hit of the inning here for Cherryville Post 100, but nothing to show for it yet after the double play. So Beam is aboard with 2 down, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Dalton Towery.
As you can see, watching online, got a little bit of fuzz right now between the rain and the wind and everything moving, and our cameramen are not in an ideal position tonight. They're hunkered down under the American Legion headquarters over here under the edge trying to stay dry because, like I said, the tent blew away. Before the game even started, so bad luck already on our end. First pitch, ball 1.
And we haven't checked. I haven't really looked closely at the radar to see if we're in an immediate threat for rain, but there's a throw to first, pickoff move, very close at first, but Beam's back in there.
Yes, it was.
Count 1 ball, no strikes to Towery. We're in the top of the first inning, no score. Cherryville and Shelby under threatening skies here in Shelby. Now, we're in the ESPN tinted booth, so it looks a lot darker to us than it is. They got him that time. They catch Josh Beam leaning a little bit too far, 1-3, so a double play and a pickoff in the first inning.
Cherryville runs themselves right out of it.
Erases 2 hits. There were no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We played half an inning here from Veterans Field. Your score on the Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky TRT Trailer Sales scoreboard, Cherryville nothing, and Shelby coming to bat.
The 2013 Dodge event is underway at Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge in Lincoln. Coming now for some great deals on the new 013 Dodge models, including the new 2013 Dodge Dart, starting at $15,995. or lease a new 2013 Dodge Dart for $149 per month for 24 months. Or how about the new 2013 Dodge Charger, starting at $25,995, or lease it for only $269 per month. See Abernathy for all the details. Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge, 1442 East Main Street in Lincoln. You wouldn't want your favorite sports team to only play offense or only play defense. So when it comes to insurance, why settle for someone that can handle only your auto policy? Bring your home and auto insurance to Allstate now, and you can save big on both. You deserve someone that can assist you more. That's Allstate, Stan. Are you in good hands? Hey, sports fans, call Allstate agent John Brown at 704-435-1920 today.
Back here at Keeter Stadium, Shelby allows 2 hits in the top of the first inning, but a double play, a pickoff play, and Cherryville nothing to show for it. And now we go to the bottom of the first, and Jackson Mims will lead things off for Shelby Post 82. Shelby 22-5 on the season, Kevin. Stellar season.
Yep. Like I said, those 5 losses, I mean, just for the most part, it's been a lack of hitting early on in the season, and the bats have been the part, but they've livened up and they swept their national tour they took earlier up north, and since that they've been rolling.
Well, in my opinion, they're going to be one of the favorites to be Area 4 champions. Somebody,
Absolutely.
you know, you'd think eventually as Mims takes a strike, Cherryville's won 6 in a row, 6 straight Area 4 titles, but you'd think eventually their luck's going to run out and somebody else, and I got to think Shelby, Mint Hill, Caldwell County all may be, contenders to do that.
Well, it has been some time. Last year, didn't Shelby take Cherryville to 7 games in the playoffs?
That's a good question.
I'm pretty sure they did. I thought it was a.
Or 5. I don't even think they go 7 anymore. Maybe 5. Here's a grounder out to shortstop. Huff up with it, throws to first. In time to get Mims. So 1 up, 1 down here in the Shelby half of inning number 1, and they'll bring up the center fielder, Nick Hastings. No kin to Kevin. We've been through that before.
Oh, yeah.
When we weren't even working together.
You know,
Too tall.
You know, during my whole time growing up and playing, I never once played against another Hastings.
Really?
And then since I've graduated, started doing the radio and stuff here afterwards and everything, there's Hastings everywhere. So.
Cherryville had Dylan last year. Shelby has Nick.
Yep. Looking at the radar, folks, we're on the far left edge of a northeast storm system. Looks like we're getting all the clouds and a little edge of rain.
Here's a big hopper out to first baseman. That's called a Sunday hop. And Alexander will step on the bag, so an easy play. 2 up, 2 down here in the first inning, and now Cody Fitch, the number 3 hitter, the Shelby second baseman. Yeah, we're on the cutting edge of everything. We're on the cutting edge of a storm.
Yeah. It does. It looks like we're not going to get the bad part. We may get a little drizzle and rain for the first maybe couple of innings.
Shelby has a chance to win this division outright, Kevin. They're 10-3 in the division, 22-5 overall. Cherryville, with a loss earlier today, drops to 9-5 in the division, so not really any hope of Cherryville now winning the division. Caldwell's still in the race, however.
That means Cherryville in third is looking at maybe a matchup with Gastonia.
And they better win tomorrow because Hickory swept Cherryville.
Right.
Cherryville now 9-5. If they would lose tomorrow, Hickory would bump them and
then
move
they'll
to third.
be with Huntersville. So we'd rather see Gastonia for the driving part on our end.
Yeah. Well, from where I live, either one's about the same.
Well, yeah, I guess Huntersville would.
Huntersville not far from me, and Gastonia, either one's about the same. But yeah, I'd rather go to Sims Park. I'll put it that way. Here's a pitch over the head of Cody Fitch now, and they count 3 balls and a strike.
Now, is Huntersville the one at North Mac?
They played at North Mac in the past. You know, I mean, a lot of these teams do move around, but they definitely have played at North Mac.
I heard some
in the past.
Not too good things about the press box. And the,
well, it's just tight.
Well, not that.
Here's a swing and a foul back to the screen.
We got up there last year and tried to use the press box, and we told we couldn't use it and had to sit outside because the Legionnaires were up there drinking and smoking cigars. So that's what I meant by it. We weren't allowed in the press. It was a party house, and so it was pretty questionable what was going on up at Huntersville, in my opinion. Foul ball right side. John Brown, sponsor Allstate.
Yep, John Brown, our first John Brown All-State foul ball of the evening, and that one, I don't know if it connected with any vehicle or not.
I lost it here in the corner.
Always a threat of that here, as there is in Cherryville.
They're getting the front fixed out here. I found a big old brick column to park my car behind, so it's good. It's good and protected for mine, so I won't have to call Mr. Brown and talk to him about my windows. But
I do understand.
But there's quite a bit of cars out here.
I do understand. Another foul ball, John Brown All-State foul ball, count still 3-2, and again the payoff pitch is fouled again. So plenty of John Brown All-State foul balls here off the bat of Cody Fitch. If you just tuned in, Cherryville a couple hits in the first, but a double play and a pickoff. They left nobody, 3 up, 3 down the hard way. And now the Shelby Post 82 team, there's a ball 4 after 2 outs. Cody Fitch draws a walk, so a runner aboard with 2 down.
Kids watching at home, that right there is taking it back right there.
Mm-hmm. Work it and work it and work it.
I mean, he fouled off how many balls and ended up catching the walk, so that is a good piece of hitting there by Fitch. That brings up Dustin Green, I think.
Yep.
No? Jay Siegel.
Jay Siegel, followed by Dustin Green here in the lineup.
Dustin Green on deck.
And the runner goes, and the throw down to second won't be in time as Fitch has a stolen base. Good jump on the pitcher there by Cody Fitch. Puts himself in scoring position now with 2 down. The pitch was a ball to Jay Siegel.
I think I read online, David, on Twitter today that Dustin had thrown over 100 pitches yesterday, so Green will not be active today.
Right. Big win for him last night, though, up at Caldwell, shutting out Caldwell County. This one inside, 2-0.
He played a big part in Shelby's success last year on the mound.
Yeah, I actually think he's the best pitcher in Area 4. Definitely that I've seen in the last couple of years. 2-0 pitch to him is down and in, ball 3. So after a 2 up, 2 down, Alec Johnson getting himself in a little bit of trouble here.
Dustin Green, the graduate of the Mike Grayson Sidearm Pitching School.
Yeah, he's good at it.
Along with a bunch of other players. If you can believe it or not, David, an inside pitch ball 4.
Mm-hmm. Walk him on 4 straight.
See, Coach Reynolds don't have anything to say yet. Probably about 20-something years ago, I would think I went to the Mike Grayson School of Sidearm Pitching. Learned a few tips and everything, and it does help changing arm angles when you can't just come in there and blow it heat. So
right.
I had 3 different arm angles I could throw: fastballs, curveballs, sliders, and change-ups. I even had a knuckle I could throw sidearm and underhanded. It got so low it's basically underhanded. So I threw about as much junk up there as I could throw.
And obviously it's proven to be
it works
effective.
Absolutely.
Dustin Green has got it mastered when he does pitch, and he's
well, right-handed pitcher's not going to come in here and dominate anybody at 75 miles per hour, and it's hard to round up the pitching good enough to. Some of these teams have studs every once in a while. You'll see a Chris Mason or Ralph Roberts or some of these Shelby boys like Bridges and Clark, and them throwing upper 80s and hitting 90 on the gun. But neither one of these teams have one of those guys this year, and you gotta pick your spots.
The pitch to the plate, inside corner with this pitch, and that evens the count up 1-1. Cody Fitch at second base. He drew a 2-out walk, stole second. Jay Siegel's at first. He also drew the base on balls, and that's where we stand. Scoreless in the first, but Shelby threatening with 2 outs, and a 1-1 pitch coming here to Dustin Green, and it's a curveball that misses down and away. So Alec Johnson trying to work himself out of a little mini jam here in the first.
First and second, 2 outs, 0-0.
Johnson looks back at the runners, pitch to the plates, drilled into left field, pretty well hit. Back goes the left fielder, back, just shy of the warning track. Big park here, and he hauls it in. About 320 he hit it, it's about a 330 field, that's right.
That would have been gone.
Out number 3 as Green is retired. Gave it a ride, but nothing doing. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 walks, 2 runners, left on base. One complete in the books. Your Hauser Drug, Mr. Sparky TRT Turtle Cell scoreboard. Shelby, Cherryville, scoreless.
Carolina Care Center strives to provide quality care and promote an excellent quality of life. They now offer Carolina Care Cottages. All Carolina Care services are now available to cottage residents on an outpatient basis. Cottage residents have priority to beds if need at Carolina Care Center. The 2-bedroom cottages are fully equipped. Reserve your new home today by calling 704-435-4161. Carolina Care, offering a standard of excellence. Let their family take care of your family today at Carolina Care Center. It's time to jump in. Jump in and cool off with a dip in your backyard pool. To help keep your pool sparkling clean all summer long, see Carolina Hardware Garden and Pool Center on the Reedfield Road in Lincoln. They carry a full line of BioGuard products. Plus, they'll analyze your water to make sure you get the right blend of BioGuard. And keep your yard looking great with a new Husqvarna zero-turn tractor, push mower, or trimmer. Carolina Hardware and Garden Center on the Reedfield Road in Lincoln.
And we're back here at Keeter Stadium, Veterans Field in Shelby, where we moved to the second inning. Dalton Towery leads things off. He was your batter when we left the first inning because Josh Beam was picked off at first with Towery in the batter's box, so he gets to start over.
Yeah, first inning, Cherryville's Coach Reynolds and the fans would really like to have back. Got on a base hit, then grounded into a double play back to pitch, and then got picked off at first. So lost 2 of your outs on the base paths. And, that's not what you like to do.
Well, you can hardly help the double play, but you should be able to avoid that pickoff.
Yeah.
You know it? 1-2 pitch on the way, down and away to Towery. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dalton Towery out of West Lincoln. Strong baseball player up there for Coach Alan Chapman.
Is he a senior?
Yes, I think so. A lot of seniors on that West Lincoln team this past year. Chandler Jenkins is the one that stands out to me that was a really good player on that team that was a junior, and he's not playing Legion ball.
Yeah, it'd been nice to see Chandler. Chandler was pretty exciting and pretty fun to watch last year. We got some of his highlights up online on YouTube. He was fun chatting with last year online. Ball 4 is a walk.
3-2 pitch is outside. Dalton Towery heads down to first as the first walk is issued tonight from Ethan Carpenter.
Chandler actually had a pinch hit opposite field home run up at Caldwell County last year in the state tournament. It was really exciting. It was really exciting, and I think we basically won the game for him. I mean, we didn't see him going opposite field like that, and we got that highlight cut. You can, as always, you can go see our Shelby Post 82 and Cherryville highlights on our YouTube page. Just type in, go to YouTube and type in "What's Up Shopper" first pitch, call it strike. As Alexander squares around to bunt. Don't know if he's going to do it or if he's just seeing what the defense is doing for Shelby.
Yeah, you mentioned a little earlier, obviously both teams are definitely going to play to win this game, not just for the fact that it's a rivalry game, but Shelby can still win the division outright. The bunt does go right back to the mound. Carpenter picks it up, throws to first in time to get Alexander, but Alexander's job is complete. 1-3 put out. The sacrifice is good. As down to second goes Dalton Towery. So he's in scoring position with 1 out for Heath King. But Cherryville could fall to 4th place if they do not win today and tomorrow. They could fall to 4th in the division. They could still wind up as high as 2nd. So Caldwell County has a game themselves that they need to win to either maintain 2nd place or still have a shot at a share of 1st place. And that game tonight, Caldwell County is at home against Hickory, who won today over Cherryville. So, you know.
Yeah, in the first round, the seeds they matter, but not as much as really
how you match up down the road.
Who you're matched up with. That's the big key. I mean, with pitching in the 5 and 7 games, you said they're going to do 5-game series.
I think so. The thing for Shelby is they would love to be a 1 because they would avoid playing Cherryville or Caldwell in a series till the end for the area finals, and you'd already have a berth in the state tournament if you did that.
You almost no difference between the 2 and the 3 other than your matchup. That 1 seed, you want the home field throughout. You want you don't want to have to travel, and
you want to avoid your strongest competitor.
Exactly.
This one fouled off 1 and 2 to Heath King. Of course, you also have to figure in it's kind of mixed up because you figure in that East Division, and you're always, first round, as you said a while ago, you match up against the opposite team of you in the other division.
Right.
A 3 here would play a 6 there, a 2 a 7, a 1 a 8, and a 4 a 5. So then it's really confusing after that first round because it really gets mixed up. Here's a swing and a miss. Heath King is retired on strikes. So 2 down now in the inning. Towery still at second base for Brett Huff, the shortstop.
Runner on second, 2 outs, 0-0, top of the second inning. Cherryville at Shelby. We are live online at ktcbroadcasting.com. Click on the WCSL 1590 AM page. If you want to listen to Shelby instead of us, don't know why me and David are such great analysts.
Exactly.
If you'd rather listen to Dan Greer and Andy Foster, guys, you can listen on the radio at 1390 AM or on that same page there where you're watching the Cherryville game. You can click on the top video. WHS is running through the Big O Studio channel, so if you're on Ustream, just type in Big O Country and you can find their stream. No video. Sorry, but we can't do both of them like that. We got so many sponsors, we got to do a split broadcast. So we usually do the home and away, but the way the press box is set up over here, since we got better sight lines, we're with Cherryville tonight. Foul ball up, bent over,
hit the roof. You hear it? Boom on the roof. Building new. More facilities and more structures over here at the ballpark. If you haven't been over in a while, you need to see it. I'm sure they hope this project is done. I think it's called.
It's supposed to be done.
Right, they want it done. Well, they got a month and a half before the World Series. So I've already forgotten what it was called, but it's like the hall of or the wall of one or the other of
champion.
Yeah, something like that. It's gonna look nice. I saw the finished product picture down there. If it looks anything like that, it'll be real nice. 1 and 2. I hope it's not like a restaurant advertisement where it looks really good on that on TV.
And burgers look juicy in the commercial, don't they?
Here's one shot out into center field. It gets down. Coach Reynolds going to send the runner around third. I think we'll have a play at the plate. The throw comes in, and he's missed. Catcher can't handle it. And Cherryville gets on the board first as Brett Huff, RBI single, drives in Dalton Towery with tonight's first Rocky Bennett run of the game. Big RBI single there, and Cherryville's got to feel good. So, they've only played Shelby once this year, but it is the first time that they have had the lead. As Towery comes in to score the first run, down to second goes Huff on the throw to the plate. And that's where we stand. 1-0, Cherryville now on top. Plaza of Champions. Thank you, Calvin Hastings. The Plaza. We had the champions part right. I couldn't think of the beginning part of it.
I just thought they were going to call it the fancy entrance.
Yeah, it will be. It looks like it will be. The Plaza of Champions. I like that. There's a ground ball foul, first base side. Another John Brown All-State foul ball, this time off the bat of Clay Fuller.
It actually looks like the backdrop at a golf course with the circle and the flags.
Yeah. But a lot more concrete.
Yeah.
There will be a lot of concrete involved. No balls, a strike. The pitch to Fuller in there for the strike on the outside corner. 0-2. Clay Fuller had a big night last night, was our overall Peak Resources player of the game last night at Cherryville. Had 2 singles and a 3-run homer, 4 RBIs on the night for the Cherryville High product. Now the pitch upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Fuller. He's at least the 4th batter in this lineup tonight, Kevin. It's on the left-handed side. He may be the 5th.
Yeah, top 3 were left.
Yep. They throw a lot of left-handers in there against you, and I'm thinking Heath King might have been another.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Fuller's retired, and so is Cherryville Post 100 in inning number 2, but they do pick up a run in their half of the inning. 1 run on 1 hit There was a walk. No errors, 1 runner left on base. 1 inning and a half in the books here. Your score now on the Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky TRT Trailer Sales scoreboard. Cherryville on top of Shelby, 1-0.
What are some of the greatest moments in sports? For me, I think of the basketball games in my uncle's driveway when I was a kid. He wasn't just my uncle, he was a friend. When he died, his funeral allowed me to share what he meant to me. It was a meaningful funeral for a life worth celebrating. As a member of the National Funeral Directors Association, the staff at Carpenter's Funeral Home understand the importance of creating a meaningful funeral service for a life worth celebrating. For more information, call Carpenter's Funeral Home at 704-435-6711. Carpenter's Funeral Home, excellence in cremation and funeral services.
There you go, Ann. Your new account is now open. Just one more little thing.
Here's your card.
What was that?
It's my new bank. Every time I turn around, I get hit with another fee.
You need to get an account at Carolina Federal Credit Union.
She's right.
Tired of getting hit by bank fees? Switch to Carolina Federal Credit Union today. Make those pains go away.
Here's your receipt.
Shane Calloway invites.
Allow me to share.
Shelby, where we move to the bottom half of inning number 2, and it'll be Brock Melton, followed by Philip Black and Chandler Young here for Shelby Post 82 against Alec Johnson. In the first pitch to Melton is a curveball in there for a strike. 1-0 Cherryville on top, a run in the second inning off a RBI single from Brett Huff, driving in Dalton Towery, high school teammates. And that's where we stand at this point. You know, it's probably not quite as dark out there, Kevin, as it looks to us in here.
No, it's not even.
We got that tinted window.
It's overcast and the windows are tinted. It looks midnight on.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Looks stormy.
Well, you know, we got the window, the lights on, and it still don't look bright. So that tells you how tinted our glass is, thanks to ESPN, right?
Yeah.
This pitch down and away, a ball, and that'll even it up. Or, excuse me, make it 1-2. I'm going to open the window a little bit and just see. Get a little crowd noise as well.
Apparently, Harold Reynolds couldn't see without the tent.
This one in there for a strike. Called strike
have a
3.
little talk with the umpire.
Yep. Called strike 3 for the first out in the inning.
Melton didn't like that. The umpire didn't like his reaction either.
If you're wondering, tonight our umpires are Brian Turner behind the plate and...
There you go. Throw him under the bus
Yeah.
after his first call.
Yeah. Again, my chicken scratch is hard to read on that base umpire. He's safe for now.
Yeah, you can reach the plate umpire at 704-555-1234.
If the base umpire makes a bad call, I'll be able to read this better.
Yeah, David will find out real quick.
And I have no idea on the strike. I'm not saying now the batter's hit by a pitch. Philip Black is hit by the pitch, and he'll head down to first base. From here, you have a hard time telling, really, from our angle, if it's a strike or not.
Yeah.
You can tell the plate, kind of, but the height, you're really not going to be able to tell unless it hits the dirt.
We're pretty high up here. And we're dodging poles and everything else.
That's right.
Tent. But it's a good day to be at the ballpark, even though if it's a little wet.
Well,
Looks
there's
like
some
it's
umbrellas
raining now,
up.
don't
Yeah,
it?
there's umbrellas up, the folks that are out from under the roof. And makes you wonder, why don't they just move under the roof? But
Yeah. Got a roof here. You get under it, folks.
I definitely take full advantage of the coverage here.
I believe I'd look
Just
through that
nice
screen
stadium.
before I just sit out in the rain. Pick
Field
off.
first, yep. Runners back in there standing up.
I was telling Milton one time, David, I was umpiring, and first year I was umpiring, and really, the fans were really close down the first baseline. And after this pitch,
Yeah, and it's hit high in the air out behind third base. Third base, shortstop, third baseman takes charge. and will make the play. That is Caleb Nairn making the play. So 2 down now in the inning. Your runner, Philip Black, is still at first base after being hit by the pitch, and it'll be up to the number 9 hitter, Dustin Jones.
I was umpiring one time, and the pitcher threw it over to first, and everybody, 5 feet away from me yelled back, and my natural reaction as a baseball player is to yell back, too. I went, back! Stopped myself, and I got it halfway out. One of the guys next to me knew I did it, and they laughed pretty hard at me. Squares around the bunt, throw it back.
Trying to pick him off at first base down there, did the catcher.
Hunter Jackson, nothing going down there at first. Hunter Jackson's been the hero in quite a few games.
He has. He has. A young star in the making, I think, just finished his sophomore year at Cherryville High.
He looks young, too. He's a short little fella. The umpires probably aren't used to
the boy plays hard.
Small.
He plays like he's 6'4", 250.
Oh, yeah.
He plays hard. This one inside, ball 2 to Dustin Jones. 2-0, second inning, 1-0 Cherryville on top. Caldwell County probably for once in their life pulling for Cherryville tonight. Here's a throw over to first, and the runner's back because it would even them for first place. They'd have a shot at that first
They're
place.
pulling for a rain out or something. They can't just pull for Cherryville.
Well, I recall one time, and I think the teams actually like each other more than you think. But this pitch,
it's the
inside
fans.
corner for it is. You're right, inside corner for a strike. But I recall the state tournament down in Garner a few years back when Caldwell had just had a game where they lost to Wayne County.
Yeah.
For the winner would move into the championship game against Cherryville, and that game was so rowdy, mouthy, and everything that Caldwell guys come off the field telling Cherryville, please beat them.
Yeah.
They were so upset with Wayne County, they actually wanted Cherryville to win and shut them up. And they did. Here's the pitch. Just misses outside for a ball. 3-1 now to Dustin Jones.
Umpire's doing, in my opinion, a pretty good job.
Oh,
He's not giving that corner. I mean, you got to hit the corner to get it. He's not going to give you the extra 6 to 8 inches, whether it's raining or not right now. He's calling it on the edge.
Time is called at the plate momentarily here by Dustin Jones. Jones, the Shelby catcher.
That's one of the first questions coaches always have for an umpire, too, David, is what's your strike zone? I go by the rule book, nipples to knees, corner to corner, and everything between.
There's a hot shot to third, but on one hop, Nairn feels it. Throws across the diamond in time to get Jones, so nothing doing for Shelby. A hit batter goes to waste here in inning number 2. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left, 2 complete in the books. As we go to the third inning, your Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky TRT Trailer Sales scoreboard is still Cherryville 1 and Shelby nothing.
We used to practice in a storage unit.
Invite you to see Cherryville Printables for your sports embroidery, screen printing, and promotional items. Plus, if you're a member of a sports team, the new Cherryville Printables sells uniforms and sporting good apparel, including New Era and Flex Fit hats. Plus, name brand apparel including Nike, Augustus, Holloway, Ashworth, Adidas, Carhartt, and Dry Duck. And they can personalize any item. And be sure to ask about their special fundraising pricing. See their products in Medical Center Pharmacy or call 704-748-3550. That's Shane Calloway and Cherryville Printables. Again, 704-748-3550.
We used to practice in a storage unit.
What makes a Cherryville Federal Bank mortgage better?
My apartment couldn't hold all the equipment. Plus, it wasn't a great way to make friends with the neighbors. I got a raise at my day job, and I was like, maybe I can afford a house. So I go down to see Ed at Cherryville Federal, just to see what was out there. He asked all about my job, how much I make, if I have anything saved for a down payment. Then he says I might be a perfect fit for some special home loan programs. He got me pre-qualified, so I knew how much house I could shop for. Now, I'm a homeowner. Me, a homeowner. With a couple of bedrooms, a porch, a garage band, and a mortgage that fits me.
Bankers who listen, mortgages that fit. That's what makes Cherryville Federal Bank better. An equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Keeter Stadium in Shelby. We move to the third inning. Hunter Jackson, you just mentioned him a minute ago. He's leading things off here, and a 3-0 count to Jackson, and there's one right down the middle of the plate. 3 balls and a strike to the young catcher for Cherryville Post 100.
Dave, with the injury a couple weeks ago to the pitcher from Asheville, helmet, I think it won't be long before we start seeing ball 4 to Jackson. Start seeing pitchers wearing.
Well, you have to fill me in. I don't know about that.
Oh, the pitcher,
ball 4 to Jackson.
I haven't heard an
by the
update in a week. The pitcher was hit in the head and
for Asheville.
For Asheville, cracked his skull, and he was in critical condition.
I did not
for
know
about
that.
5 days, and I haven't heard an update. So.
Who were they playing that night? Do you know?
Shelby.
Were they?
So I don't want to.
I did not know that.
I don't want to speculate. Don't know what anything's happened. I don't know if he's gotten better or worse.
Let's hope so. Better. Let's hope he's improving. I tell you, I've seen it more this year in Major League Baseball than I ever have too, and that's off wooden bats.
So I don't think it's going to be long before we see helmets, kind of like the first and third base coach helmets. Maybe pitchers wearing things like that. I've seen a couple companies. They're selling little caps that just slide over your baseball cap with it's got a padding on it. Basically, it's just like an armored padding. A couple of different ways you could do it. You can, some leagues make the pitchers wear face masks. I don't think we need to go that far, maybe.
Not yet, and I hope it don't get to that.
But I mean, just a little cap that you can put on top of your head to protect anything that can cause that ball to ricochet.
Here's a bunt attempt. He gets it down the third baseline. Third baseman's only play is to first, where he gets Cody Dellinger a 5-3 put out, but the sacrifice is complete once again. Cherryville sacked back in the second inning, and it paid off. They got a run. Now they get a sacrifice bunt out of Dellinger, and Hunter Jackson is at second base with 1 out for Caleb Nairn. Here's my remedy to all of it, Kevin. Wooden bats.
Well, that too.
I mean, it wouldn't help 100%, but I'll bet you it would help about 90.
Well, they've changed the bats every
year.
They are,
but they're still metal.
Yeah, I mean, you change the bats, you do this, you do that with the bats, different sizes, different weights. Like I said, you can always just go to the wooden bats. And,
now, I did just say, and I'm contradicting myself because I did just say that.
You've seen it in Major League Baseball.
Right, I have, but those guys are bigger,
they're
stronger.
throwing 95.
Right, I mean, it's just going to happen some at that level. But here's a pitch down and away.
I think Mark McGuire hit a home run off Randy Johnson one time. I think the pitch was 100 and it came off his bat at like 110. So. Those big boys are.
Well, I'm surprised they don't come off harder than that.
Yeah.
Off the bat, more like I figured closer to 200. But.
That's kind of hard. Physics don't allow too much of turning something around completely that fast.
1-1 is grounded out to second. Second baseman shouldn't have any problem. He throws over to first to get Nairn for the second out of the inning. On the play over to third base, Hunter Jackson. So 90 feet away from another run for Cherryville, but now 2 down, and it'll be up to Josh Bean. Well, you think about it, the speed, okay? If a pitcher can throw it 95 or 100, and you would think a batter could hit it. A batter can hit it twice as far as a pitcher could throw it.
Well, you think that's I don't think that's how it works.
I know,
I think it just comes off a little bit more like the few 10 miles per hour or something like that. I mean, it's just.
Here's a ball in there for a strike at the knees to Josh Bean. I wonder how far a pitcher could throw. I'd love to see a pitcher, all of them stand at home. Or not just a pitcher, just who the strongest arm. Who could stand at home plate and throw it out of the park? I mean, in center field. Could anybody?
It'd be tough. I played with.
I doubt it. I mean, I don't think anybody could do it from home plate because you never see any throws from the center field wall to the plate.
Well, now I played in an adult league one time, and our center fielder thought he could throw it from center field to home. He hit a cutoff man yet.
Well, we see a lot of people try it, and usually it's a rainbow.
Oh yeah, he gave up so many extra bases. He couldn't understand if you overthrow your cutoff man, the runner's on base is going to run around. I mean, so any single he'd throw all the way home, and oh gosh, that guy wasn't too smart.
0-2 pitch on the way here, inside corner. Josh Beam caught looking. This time he didn't like it. He gives the umpire an extra glance, but he is retired on strikes, and they strand Hunter Jackson at third base. No runs, no hits, no errors, a walk, 1 runner left. We've gone 2.5. TRT Trailer Sales and the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard still 1-0 Cherryville on top.
Bright, sunshiny day.
If you want to be treated like family, stop by the drugstore in Lincoln and Vale or Boger City, and you will get just that. The drugstore is locally owned and operated. George and his staff take great pride in giving all their customers fast, efficient, quality customer service. They can help you with any prescription or home health care need you may have. Find them on Facebook or at tdspharmacies.com. The drugstore would like to welcome you to their family. Your full-service service center for your automobile is Rick's Automotive on East Main Street in Cherryville. They do it all at Rick's Automotive. Rick Walker and his staff is dedicated at providing you the best in automotive care. From an oil change to a tune-up, from a tire alignment to a full set of new tires, from heaters to air conditioners, you can get it done at Rick's Automotive. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30. Rick's Automotive, 1001 East Main Street in Cherryville. Call 435-3801.
Friends, let's stop spending our weekends driving back and forth from some home improvement warehouse. Let's make one trip to Ace, get help quickly from people who know their stuff, and do it all before our second cup of coffee. Get your weekend back.
Ace can help you quickly turn your to-do list into a to-done list.
To help out with your weekend projects, see Ferguson's Ace Hardware. Ferguson's Ace Hardware on Highway 150 East in Cherryville, helping you out with your weekend projects.
Ace, the helpful place.
And we are back. Keeter Stadium, Veterans Field here at Keeter Stadium. We move to the bottom of the third, top of the order here for Jackson Mims. First pitch swinging and fouls it out of play.
Heads up, John Brown.
John Brown, All-State foul ball. You get any business there?
Oh, he about did. There's a van sitting right here with all their windows just waiting to get hit by one. It was close.
Funny how you see so many foul balls go in the parking lots here and at Cherryville and other places, and they hardly ever hit the cars. For whatever reason. That's a good thing, I guess. This pitch misses. A ball on a strike now to Mims. Grounded to short his first time up, back in the first inning. And this pitch off the plate, 2-1. Johnson wanted that, and the fans. You could hear the Cherryville fans down there.
He's not going to give him that outside corner, David. I mean, he's been consistent with it. You just got to live with it. You know through the first inning or two exactly what he's going to give, and he's not giving that corner.
Here's a ground ball to short. Shortstop backhands. We'll have to make a perfect throw to first on one hop. It's not in time. Good play, actually, on both ends. The shortstop out there making the play, Brett Huff, and a nice throw to first, scooped up by Alexander, but just not in time.
Is Huff a natural shortstop?
Infield single. I think so. Yeah, he played.
I know he played second last year, and I was just wondering.
Played short at West.
The angle he took on that ball, I don't know if he could have got him anyway, but he took kind of a back angle to it.
Right.
And any time you got to go towards the hole as a shortstop, you got to kind of charge it a little bit, or you about it can't do it unless you got the Derek Jeter throw in you. And King didn't have that one, and the runner was safe at first. Jackson Mims. Mims has been a big player for Post City too.
Yes, he has.
Years.
That's Shelby's first hit. It is an infield hit, first hit of the game, and now Nick Hastings up there. A throw over to first base first, but Mims back in there. Again, he throws to first, and the runner's back.
At a place like this, first baseman don't like throws over to first. All that room over there.
You got that right.
Your first priority it isn't to catch the ball and make the tag. It's almost just to make sure you knock it down.
Yep. There's the pitch to the plate, popped up, foul territory. I don't know if there's enough room to hold that one. Third baseman giving chase, and it will hit on top of the dugout.
Need to just go gadget arm on that one. Mims at first, no out.
1-0 Cherryville on top. Shelby batting here in the bottom half of inning number 3. I was checking a major league score out here, Kevin. The Pirates and Brewers go to the 14th. 1-1. 1-1. That's one of those games where somebody will lose it on a mistake. 0-1 pitch upstairs, a ball. Evens the count 1-1 to Nick Hastings.
I don't honestly think I can name one player on the Pirates.
Really? Surely Andrew McCutcheon.
I know him, but I didn't know he was
perennial all-star.
Perennial all-star. They all get one.
That's right.
Somebody's got to be the all-star. They were picking on me earlier about swing and a miss for Hastings about.
I just went a couple weeks ago.
I've heard that's one of the best.
It is
fields.
beautiful. It's ESPN's #1.
Is it?
Last year, I mean, in their program last year, it was their #1 rated field in the major leagues. It's just got an awesome view.
Yeah,
you know, the
beautiful
Roberto
view.
Clemente Bridge.
Painting that bridge yellow helps that.
Well, all of them are. All the bridges
Oh,
up and
are
down the rivers, or the bigger ones, are all painted yellow. This one swung on and missed. Foul tipped actually right into the mitt of Hunter Jackson, and Hastings is retired on strikes for the first out here in inning number 3, and that'll bring up Cody Fitch.
You guys were asking me earlier about the Pirates, and I said, as a Cardinals fan, it's been how many years since the Pirates have how many years the Pirates competed? I'm not really concerned about them
You're right.
until
They have to. Right.
we'll worry about them in September.
They got to prove it. I understand what you're saying. They got to prove it. You know, it's so sad for that city. It used to be such a strong baseball city for years and years and years.
Think about it. Ever since Barry Bonds left,
Yep.
they haven't had nothing.
They had an all-star outfield that year. All 3 outfielders made the all-star.
Vanilla and who? Van Slyke?
Yep. Bonds, Bonilla, Van Slyke.
I wish St. Louis.
And the Mets are still paying Bonilla. He had some kind of contract where they got to pay him for like the next 80 years.
I know.
No balls in a strike here to Cody Fitch. Fitch batting with the runner at first base and an out.
Think about that, folks. He hasn't played.
Here's the throw to first, pickoff. I thought they had him there. Maybe not, didn't catch the ball clean.
Yeah, good throw would have had him. Yeah.
But Mims is back
when did
in.
he retire?
Oh, I don't know. It had to be.
You had to
It had to
look
be before 2000, didn't it?
It's been quite a while. We got to look up his Wikipedia
That is funny.
page.
That is funny.
That's bad management right there. He's still paying a player from the 90s.
And you know, I don't know if he's still getting paid today, but that is the joke.
I
That,
think
you know,
it was this year or next year was last year of that contract. I remember reading about it this year in a Major League Baseball preview.
pitch in there for a strike, this time at the knees to Cody Fitch, and the count goes 0-2 on Fitch. 1 out, runner at first base is Mims. Cherryville on top 1-0, but Shelby with the tying run aboard, and again Johnson throws to first, but to no avail as the runner Mims back in there.
The 90s changed baseball forever with the steroid era. I mean, it ruined records. It ruined Hall of Fame careers.
0-2 pitch, breaking pitch that stays up a little bit.
And one thing that I always talk about that you never really get into is what the steroid era did. Think about the number of baseball players, high school, college, and American Legion that didn't really hit home runs, that kind of got shunned, that didn't get recruited or didn't get drafted or didn't get a chance to play. When Chicks dug the long ball in the 90s, according to Greg Maddox and Tom Glavine and those guys, and that it changed baseball totally. I mean, all these base runners we're seeing today, and steals are starting to come back, and defense. Those players weren't in baseball 15 years ago.
Pop up, shallow. Well, it's actually going to be behind second base. I thought it was going out to right field a little further, but the second baseman just back on the edge of the grass. Cody Dellinger will haul it in. So 2 down now as Fitch is retired. And Mims still at first base for Jay Siegel, the right fielder. In '92, he was signed as a free agent by the Mets. This is Bobby Bonilla here. He got a 5-year, $29 million contract.
Last year was 2001.
Yeah, I was just trying to read. Here's a pitch. It goes all the way to the backstop. That will get the runner Mims down to second base on that wild pitch.
Well, actually, he left on an early steal, David. When you was checking that sheet, he was left way early.
And, he caught a break.
Oh, he caught a big break. Ball went over the head of Jackson. He was almost at second when that ball hit the backstop. So he thought about third, but good ricochet for Cherryville.
I just found something amusing about Bobby Bonilla I got to share with you in a minute.
Now, what in his contract?
Here's one up the middle. Shortstop to his left. Fields it. Now the throw to first from Huff in time. 6-3 put out of Siegel, and that'll do it for Shelby in inning number 3. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. 3 in the books. The Hauser Drug, Mr. Sparky, TRT, Trailer Sales scoreboard. Cherryville 1, Shelby nothing.
Your reasons for a personal loan are as individual as you are. As a community bank, we understand that. We're the bank with the focus on service. So we'll help you design a loan plan that fits your needs and your budget. Talk to us about your personal reasons for a personal loan. First National Bank, hometown banking since 1874. Member FDIC.
Just like you love Cherryville sports, Cherryville has a hometown skilled nursing facility that loves their work too. Peak Resources Cherryville, where caring comes to life. For a tour of Peak Resources Cherryville, call us at 704-435-6029 or just stop by. Located off Delview Road at 700 Self Street in Cherryville. And we'd love to meet you. Peak Resources Cherryville, providing exceptional nursing and rehabilitation care at Cherryville. Again, phone 704-435-6029 for Peak Resources Cherryville.
Super Tuesday is back at Medical Center Pharmacy on East Academy Street in Cherryville. Cheeseburgers for just 99 cents. And it's time to get your flu shots. And don't forget about the new Kids Vitamin Free program. Pick up a free bottle of Children's Chewable Multivitamins every 30 days.
And back at the stadium here, Keeter Stadium in Shelby. We move to the fourth inning, and it's 4, 5, and 6. Towery leads things off. Hits one deep in the hole. It's short. Shortstop can't handle it cleanly. Probably going to go down as an infield single. We'll see, because I really don't think that the shortstop would have had a legitimate shot. That's Mims out there at short, and they do give Cherryville and Towery a base hit there on that one. Infield single.
3 bounces that deep in the hole for a shortstop. It just
well, you better shoot it out of a cannon.
Yeah, you don't. You got to get it coming in.
And you can't really give him an error anyway, Kevin, because, he was just trying to do everything he could to pick it up quick and throw it quick because he knew it was his only chance. And when you do that, you don't always handle it correctly.
Well placed hit. I'm playing shortstop there. I tell the third baseman, hey, man, take a step over this way. Help me out.
This one fouled off in behind the bleachers on the right side. A John Brown All-State foul ball.
It's all over our cameramen over there. I don't know what they're doing. They didn't catch it to let it bounce around.
This fourth inning is our Billy Rowland State Farm Insurance Agency of Lincoln fourth inning, thanks to our sponsorship. My insurance agent, by the way. A personal ad, right? Here's the 0-1 outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-0 Cherryville on top of Shelby. Cherryville batting here in inning number 4. Shelby trying to hang on to a 1-game lead over Caldwell County for first place in the division and claim that number 1 seed. Mint Hill's all but got theirs sewn up on the east side. I saw Mint Hill play once. Believe it or not, Lincoln County beat them. But I was very impressed with Mint Hill. I think Lincoln County played one of their better games that night to win that game 6-5. In the 9th inning, they won it. And Mint Hill can hit. I'll put it that way. Here's a pitch driven down the left field line. I think it's going to hook foul, and it does. You talking about a tricky look. I got this window open. You're looking clear, tinted, with a reflection.
2 bars.
And then clear, and it's like, where did that ball go?
Hey, it happens to the best of us. Dan lost the ball last year. I laughed at him on air because it was hit down this right field corner, but it went foul.
Right. And
Dan lost you couldn't see the right fielder, and he said, well, he makes the play for the third out, and the ball's bouncing through the parking lot.
Here's the pitch, swung on and missed, runner going, throw down to second. He's out as well. Double play.
Got him.
I think that was the 3rd strike on Alexander.
Yep.
Was it not? Yep. Strike them out, throw them out, double play, something you don't see every day at any level, especially at the Legion baseball level. Did the second baseman apply that tag? Or shortstop? Doesn't matter. He's out.
Yeah.
So, strike them out, throw them out, double play. 2 down, nobody aboard now for Heath King.
I tell you what, I'm probably going to see the replay here on my phone, so I'll tell you.
Okay.
Comes across.
First pitch to King is inside corner for a strike.
Folks, you can actually watch these games. You don't have to be on a computer. If you have an iPad, iPhone, any type of smartphone or tablet, folks, you can download the free Ustream app and take it with you. Take it in the car. Take it wherever you like. If you have a car that's got Bluetooth, if you can set it up right, you can actually plug it in to run into your stereo and watch it and listen to it on your radio anywhere in the world. So I've got it up here in the booth, watch it on my cell phone.
There's a foul tip right into the mitt of the catcher. Heath King is retired on strike, so nothing doing for Cherryville in the top half of the 4th. No runs, a hit, no errors, and after the caught stealing. Nobody left on base. 3.5 in the books. Hauser Drug, Mr. Sparky, TRT, Trailer Sales Scoreboard, 1-0 Cherryville.
Parent must come in and sign up each child for their 30-day supply. At Medical Center Pharmacy, 607 East Academy Street in Cherryville. For breakfast, lunch, or dinner, it's Mitchum's Kitchen in Vail. Now open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sunday. Try their all-you-can-eat pancake special. All you can eat for only $3.99 every day. And don't forget about the big Sunday lunch specials. Every day is a great day to eat at Mitchum's Kitchen in Vail. Open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Call 704-276-1155 for all of your catering needs too. Golf carts are the specialty at R&M Motors in Cherryville. No matter where you live, it's well worth the drive to R&M Motors in Cherryville for your custom-made golf carts. Prices start at only $18.50, and all carts come with a 30-day warranty. Come see the selection today. They're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, Saturdays 8:30 till 2. And be sure to check out R&M Pawn and Trade and R&M Motor Tire and Automotive Care, all located on the Dallas-Cherryville Highway, 1 mile outside of Cherryville. Call 704-445-0103.
I'd like for you to come and share in that. Again, my name is Kevin Bennett, Minister of Students and Outreach at Cherryville First Baptist Church. Look forward to seeing
Move to the bottom half inning number 4 to be Dustin Green, Brock Melton, and Phillip Black here for Shelby Post 82. It's a pitcher's duel so far here tonight. A 1-0 Cherryville lead. Alec Johnson now delivers the first pitch, a breaking pitch on the inside corner for a strike to Dustin Green. We move to the bottom half of our Billy Rowland State Farm Insurance 4th inning. A quick top half, a 1-2-3 as it turned out. This one hit in the gap, left center field. I don't know if anybody's going to get there, but Towery on the run does. A lot of room out there, but he covered a lot of ground.
Wow.
In a hurry. I thought it was a gapper from the get-go.
The way it took off, it sure did look like it. These bats this year, David, I mean, the ball just dies.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen a home run this year.
You know, we saw one last night.
Did you?
Clay Fuller, and Rick and I discussed and tried to remember, is that the first Legion home run we had seen all year? And it might have been.
I haven't seen one. I mean, it's just these bats kill it. And you talk about those wood bats.
I think I saw a Burke County kid hit one at Cherryville, but I can't. I can't swear to that. But then you know what? I think it was also the game that it might have been erased because it was a rain out. So hit one that don't count.
Oh, I'd have been mad.
1-0 pitch. One ball. First pitch to Brock Melton is a ball. 1-0.
That kid is probably the one trying to make sure that counted more than anybody.
1-0 hits him. I thought it hit him in the foot, but evidently not.
Rolled up Heath Jackson's arm there.
2-0.
1-0. Cherryville leads. Bottom of the bottom of the 4th. Gosh, I'm thinking I'm at Cherryville.
Did you know Bonilla played for the Cardinals a little bit?
Yeah.
I guess he played. Said he was signed.
I wouldn't count him.
We didn't tell this on the air, but we found his contract. The Mets will pay him $1.2 million every July 1st as this ball's fouled off the foot of Melton. He felt that one.
Yeah, he did.
Every July 1st. Think about this, which is tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow he gets $1.9 million. Hadn't played since 2001.
Yep.
And tomorrow he gets
$1.2 million. $1.2 million. Okay. What the heck, you know?
4.19. Okay.
All the way through 2035.
2035.
I can't imagine that.
Just think if you're a Mets fan. and your team's paying Bobby Bonilla for 40 years.
I'd require him to come.
At least.
I'd require him to show up every day. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not.
He should come in every year on July 1st and take pictures and sign autographs with Mets fans.
I would happily.
You know?
I would.
You know? Might as well.
He might get beat up by Mets fans.
Hey, whoever his agent is,
a genius.
The greatest agent in baseball history.
3-1 pitch way outside. Scoreboard, I think that was a 2-1 pitch. Scoreboard said 3-1. He might have been anticipating that next pitch, but it's definitely 3-1 now.
Shelby's only got one hit so far.
And it's an infield hit.
Infield hit into the hole out at short. So great job of pitching and defense so far by this post 100 outfit. Chop foul ball down the right side.
And also we talked about Hunter Jackson finishing his sophomore season. This pitcher, Alec Johnson, finished his sophomore season at West Lincoln. So, young battery tonight for Post 100. Now the pitch on the way, swung on, hit pretty well into right field, but not going to be deep enough, I don't think. Right at the edge of the warning track.
Yep.
Right fielder will haul it in, Clay Fuller, for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here in the
With these new bats
fourth.
on this field, you got to get a hold of one. That ball and the ball earlier, we'd already had 2 home runs with Cherryville, David. I mean, it's 310 down the lines there. It's 20 extra feet all the way around the field here.
Which game do you like better? The ball's flying out more or the defensive pitcher's type? I kind of like both styles. You know, they're complaining about the College World Series because there's not enough run production, not enough. The whole College World Series, I think, produced 3 home runs. You know, in the whole.
It'd be good if they could find a happy medium.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
You don't want. I mean, people didn't used to not watch college because of the ping and the 20 to 15 ball games. People don't like that, but there's nothing wrong with a 7 to 5 game with 3 or 4 home runs, or you know if you make a mistake, you get hammered. Probably, I like more of maybe a game like that.
There's a lot of games played on this field during a year. I'd like to know how many. You know, we got to be virtually no home runs hit here in high school ball. Maybe a handful, 3 to 5 at the most in a high school season.
The home run games are probably more exciting for the fans. I mean, you know.
But also, if you've got a 2-1 game going to the 9th inning, and you know if you make a mistake, you're in trouble. Here's a big hopper to third. Third baseman will have to hurry. His throw across the diamond, not in time. Another infield hit. This time Phillip Black with 2 outs. Again, Nairn at third. Kevin did all he could do.
Yeah.
But it's just that high hop that hung up there. He had to wait on the ball to come down.
2 infield hits now against the Cherryville Post 100. Pitcher here's got to be
he still got to feel pretty good about himself.
You can't blame the infield, but you got to wish.
Right.
I'm sure he'll go in the dugout and jokingly say, "Hey guys, y'all want to help me out a little bit?"
I'd have a no-hitter here.
I'd have a no-no if y'all could hustle up a little bit. That's what I would say, just joking, you know.
Chandler Young now, the Shelby left fielder, popped up to third base his first time up and now stands in with 2 down and a runner at first base to face Johnson.
Shelby, do they got any walks? Is this only their second base runner, too?
Actually, they have back-to-back walks in the first after 2 outs, and also a hit batter.
So 5 base runners so far total, 2 hits.
No, Cherryville hadn't had many more, if more at all. Cherryville's had 4 hits and 2 walks, so 1 extra one. Problem with Cherryville is they had a double play and a pickoff, and another double play on a strikeout throwout.
Right.
So it's been a defensive pitcher's game here so far. Now the pitch to the plate, high and tight.
When you talk about those home run games, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I can just growing up thinking about the Ralph Roberts age, those teams.
Well, they were fun. Now that was fun to watch.
And all those big. I mean, it wasn't just Ralph either. I mean, that whole lineup, those were some big boys that would hammer the ball.
Well, probably most people that year when you mention Legion Ball, if you mention home runs, it won't even be Ralph that's remembered. It's Alex Zumwalt, who came in from, I think it was Kernersville, the big right-handed hitter. Pop up, foul territory. Alexander at first base will haul it in. That'll do it for out number 3. So nothing doing for Shelby. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 runner left. 4 complete in the books. The Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug TRT Trailer Sales scoreboard still Cherryville 1-0 over Shelby.
Your reason.
The 2013 Dodge event is underway at Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge in Lincoln. Coming now for some great deals on the new 013 Dodge models, including the new 2013 Dodge Dart, starting at $15,995, or lease a new 2013 Dodge Dart for $149 per month for 24 months. Or how about the new 2013 Dodge Charger, starting at $25,995, or lease it for only $269 per month. See Abernathy for all the detail. Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge, 1442 East Main Street in Lincoln. You wouldn't want your favorite sports team to only play offense or only play defense. So when it comes to insurance, why settle for someone that can handle only your auto policy? Bring your home and auto insurance to Allstate now, and you can save big on both. You deserve someone that can assist you more. That's Allstate, Stan. Are you in good hands? Hey, sports fans, call Allstate agent John Brown at 704-435-1920 today. Carolina Care Center strives to provide quality care and promote an excellent quality of life. They now offer Carolina Care Cottages. All Carolina Care services are now available to cottage residents on an outpatient basis. Cottage residents have priority to beds if need at Carolina Care Center. The 2-bedroom cottages are fully equipped. Reserve your new home today by calling 704-435-4161. Carolina Care, offering a standard of excellence. Let their family take care of your family today at Carolina Care Center.
Here to Peter Stadium. Sorry about that. As we move to the 5th inning, Brett Huff will lead things off here for Cherryville Post 100. Pitch down low. The 0-1 pitch is down low. A ball and a strike. Huff leading things off. 1-0 Cherryville on top as we enter the 5th. Here's a shot off the bat, but a one-hopper, nice back scoop up by the second baseman. Throws over to first in time to get Huff. That ball was hit hard, Kevin, but the second baseman over there kind of made a pretty good play on it to his side, Cody Fitch.
That's the thing about baseball, David. Sometimes you hit it hard and right at somebody, you get out, and other times you get a little bloop crapper off.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Well, if you'd have seen Cherryville play last night, you would have thought poor old Heath King, he gave up 2 singles in the first, and, you know, I couldn't have. They weren't hit any harder, and I could have thrown them left-handed. You know what I mean? I mean, it's those kind of 2 hits, and he gave up 2 runs in that inning because of that, and coupled with an error. But then he settled. A lot of times they'll blow up, but he settled down, pitched real nice the rest of the game.
In high school, we played against Devin Lowry for South Point. I had a hit. I was 1 for 3 off Lowry. Hit 1 to the fence. Got caught.
Here's the 1-1 pitch, grounded in the hole between first and second. Clay Fuller has his first hit of the night.
I hit 1 off the handle all the way to the warning track. I mean, I was 2 inches on my barrel from hitting 1 off Devin Lowry.
Right.
And then got that out. Then I hit a rocket to the right fielder and got out. It hit a line right at him. And then I popped 1 up down the right field line, and it dropped in for a hit. The paper said Hastings hits Frozen Road for double RBI. It was the worst ball I hit all day. It was terrible. That's the only one I got on base for.
That's the way it works.
Philip or Richard, whichever one road I hit a rope off of him.
As you said, that's the way it works. First pitch fouled out of play off the bat of Hunter Jackson. 1-out single by Clay Fuller. He's at first base. Cherryville on top 1-0. Would like to add to that lead here as they bat in the top of the 5th inning.
Tell you what, Chris Mason for Bessemer City Cherryville Post 100 used to make a living off Texas leaguers down the right field line. I've never seen someone get just. Hey,
and in there for a strike.
Once he got down in the strike zone, he would just stick his bat out there and poke it, and he just poked it down. He half his hits, David. I mean, he would crush it half the time, but I'm telling you, half his hits were little pokers.
Sometimes you got to do just get the bat on it. This one flied into left field, pretty well hit, but no threat to go out of this park as the left fielder out there for Shelby Post 82 will haul it in. That's Chandler Young for the second out.
Well,
Fuller
David,
still at first.
With these bats, they're either going to have to hit the weight room or move the fences in.
I think he got under that one too much.
Oh,
he may have hit the home run, but he would have had to hit it a little more flatter than that. Got under it a little bit too much, and now 2 down in the inning, back to the top of the order for Cody Dellinger.
Ball gets by. Runner's going to move out to second.
Yep, a wild pitch will allow Fuller to get in scoring position. I just got asked the question, is this a 7-inning game or 9? And I'm sure that the question is asked because of Cherryville playing earlier today, but I'm assuming, we haven't been told any different.
We're assuming 9.
Yeah.
We'll ask during the break to make 100% sure. We'll ask Dan Greer. He'll know.
Well, we would have been informed, I would have thought, and also probably an announcement would have been made to the fans, because you wouldn't want to go into the bottom of the seventh and it 1-0 still, and it, end that way, and the fans think, well, what about the other 2 innings? Raining in Lincoln, just got a report there. So, of course, Lincoln is east of here.
Yeah,
so
it's not coming this way.
Runner at second gets his lead. The pitch is in there for a strike on the outside corner to Dellinger. Now 2-1. 1 run, 5 hits for Cherryville. No runs, 2 hits for Shelby. And that's where we stand here in the 5th inning, almost halfway through this one. 2 balls and a strike, 2 down. Fuller's at second base. Cody Dellinger at the plate, left-handed hitter, facing Ethan Carpenter, the right-handed pitcher. And the 2-1 pitch on the way is foul tipped. And the count will go even 2-2 as the scoreboard now fills up with 2s. I still haven't got over Bobby Bonilla.
Pretty ridiculous.
A smart woman would have married him, got divorced, and had half of that for 25 years.
Or a smart man in California.
2-2 swung on and foul back. Or a lot of places now. Again, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs in the inning. Roberto Martin Antonio Bonilla. Millionaire every year. 2-2 pitch on the way. Fouled out of play again. A John Brown All-State foul ball just continuing to come off of the bat of Cody Dellinger.
What if he practices fouling balls off? Cody Fitch does. Well, he fouled off 5 or 6 there in the first inning to work a walk. Trevor down 1-0. Up 1-0. Top of the 5th. Got a runner on second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Yeah, it's actually a big point in the game. On a base hit, Cherryville could extend their lead to 2-0, and Shelby trying to close the door and keep it 1-0. Here's a ground ball out to first. First baseman dives to stop it. Now throws to first in
Great
time.
Play.
Good execution.
Absolutely great play. Good execution from the pitcher, getting over to cover. First baseman makes the play, and that'll do it. No
runs, a hit, no errors. 1 runner left. We've halfway through this game. Your score on the Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky TRT Trailer Sales scoreboard is Cherryville 1, Shelby nothing.
It's time to jump in. Jump in and cool off with a dip in your backyard pool. To help keep your pool sparkling clean all summer long, see Carolina Hardware Garden and Pool Center on the Reedfield Road in Lincoln. They carry a full line of BioGuard products. Plus, they'll analyze your water to make sure you get the right blend of BioGuard. And keep your yard looking great with the new Husqvarna Zero Turn tractor, push mower, or trimmer. Carolina Hardware and Garden Center on the Reedfield Road in Lincoln.
What are some of the greatest moments in sports? For me, I think of the basketball games in my uncle's driveway when I was a kid. He wasn't just my uncle, he was a friend. When he died, his funeral allowed me to share what he meant to me. It was a meaningful funeral for a life worth celebrating. As a member of the National Funeral Directors Association, the staff at Carpenter's Funeral Home understand the importance of creating a meaningful funeral service for a life worth celebrating. For more information, call Carpenter's Funeral Home at 704-435-6711. Carpenter's Funeral Home, excellence in cremation and funeral services.
There you go, Ann. Your new account is now open. Just one more little thing.
Here's your card. What was that? It's my new bank. Every time I turn around, I get hit with another fee.
You need to get an account at Carolina Federal Credit Union.
She's right.
Tired of getting hit by bank fees? Switch to Carolina Federal Credit Union today. Make those pains go away.
Here's your receipt.
Just like you. And back here at Keeter Stadium in Shelby, where Dustin Jones before we get back. It's the first pitch.
Now he's going 3.
Yeah, he's going to drives a double down the left field line, and the ball gets by. He's going to try to get to third, and he's in third safely. And he got up to Kevin looking to see if that ball got by as well. But Dustin Jones trying to be the spark plug here for Shelby Post 82, a leadoff double, and getting over to third on an errant throw by Cherryville Post 100.
Well, if the second baseman comes over that play, he's hosed at second.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It was a good hustle play to get the second, but he probably shouldn't have made that decision. He was hosed, but
sometimes you just got to take the chance.
Couldn't come up with it. Down 1-0. He ends up at third base now to lead off, and a big start for Shelby Post 82. Is that Mims I see?
It is. Back to the top of the order. Jackson Mims, 1 for 2 tonight.
And they're going to appeal.
They're going to say he missed first base, I guess.
Base.
Here's the throw over there, and he's safe. That's about a 99%er. There, hardly ever do you see an out called on that, or on every now and then you see one on the tag up leaving early, but it has to almost be obvious. I mean, it has to be obvious. I think it should have to be obvious.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Well, unless the field umpire feels like arguing with
the
coach for the next 10 minutes.
Soft fly out into right field. Right fielder coming on will make the catch. Now gets to his feet and holds the runner at third. That's a nice play.
Good diving play there
by
Clay Fuller.
Clay Fuller in right makes a diving catch coming in, and a sliding catch, and makes the play, and also holds Dustin Jones at third base. That tie and run just 90 feet away for Shelby. And now the center fielder, Nick Hastings, will have his chance to drive him in.
I remember when Clay was in diapers, and I'm 30 years old.
Well, you weren't real old then.
I was 13 or 12 or whatever he was.
Here's the first pitch to Hastings, down low.
I actually went to high school and graduated with his sister. That's how I knew Clay as a young man. He's got an older brother, Jared, also played.
She's ready to take our order here.
I'm going to write it down. I don't quite think what they talks.
1 ball, 1 strike here. I'll get mine in just a moment. Nick Hastings at the plate, left-handed hitter. Against Alec Johnson, runner at third base, Dustin Jones led off with a double, got to third on a throwing error. And the 1-1 pitch on the way is swung on, ripped into left field, base hit, and we are tied. Nick Hastings, RBI single, will drive in Dustin Jones with the first Shelby run of the night here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And we are tied. So base hit. Hastings is your runner at first base now. Still just 1 out in the inning in a tie game. Shelby 1, Cherryville 1 here.
1-1, man on first. Shelby tying the game. Cherryville's had a couple of base runners lost on the picked off, and out comes Coach Reynolds to talk it over. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here on Big Oak Country, WCSL, 1590 AM in just a few moments. Probably we're going to guess 30 seconds here. We'll be right back, folks.
You love Cherryville sports.
Shane Calloway invites you to see Cherryville Printables for your sports embroidery, screen printing, and promotional items. Plus, if you're a member of a sports team, the new Cherryville Printables sells uniforms and sporting good apparel, including New Era and Flex Fit hats. Plus, name brand apparel including Nike, Augustus, Holloway, Ashworth, Adidas, Carhartt, and Dry Duck. And they can personalize any item. And be sure to ask about their special fundraising pricing. See their products in Medical Center Pharmacy or call 704-748-3550. That's Shane Calloway and Cherryville Printables. Again, 704-748-3550.
And we are back here. No pitching change at this point. Alec Johnson's still in there for Cherryville Post 100. And runner at first base is Nick Hastings after driving in the tying run, Dustin Jones. A 1-1 game here between Cherryville and Shelby. And 1 out in the inning. Cody Fitch, your batter, and 1 strike the count. to Fitch instead of throw to first. They got him this time.
Got him!
That's our second pickoff tonight. Nick Hastings had him leaning just a little bit too far, and a nice move by Johnson, 1-3 on that pickoff. So he's erased.
And what makes you mad as a Shelby coach? I mean, you know, Hastings ain't going anywhere. Why are you getting picked off?
Yeah. Well, I didn't know if he was a threat to steal or not. But if he's not, then I'm with you.
No,
I mean, I'm with you totally. But Cody Fitch now up there with nobody aboard and an 0-1 count. Johnson trying to work his way through the fifth here, and the pitch is swung on and ripped into left field down the line. That could be extra bases and will be extra bases.
Hastings would have been at third, maybe have scored on this play.
Fitch goes in standing up at second base. Second double in the inning, third hit of this inning for Shelby that didn't even have any hits out of the infield to this inning and now has 3, including 2 extra base hits. So Fitch at second with 2 down. Tying run. He represents the go-ahead run, and Jay Siegel now will be the hitter.
The way they're hitting it now, Coach Reynolds got to be thinking maybe a little bit. He's already come out and talked to him once already, so I don't know if anybody's warmed up or been warm in the bullpen, but it's probably on Coach Reynolds' mind. Runner at second.
From the stretch, the pitch, curveball hit out in the air into left field. Left fielder to his left will make the play for out number 3. That ball also pretty well hit, but right in the direction of the Cherryville left fielder Dalton Towery, who runs it down for out number 3. That will do it for Shelby. They do tie the game up, though. 1 run in the inning on 3 hits. There were no errors. 1 error and 1 runner left on base. We go to the 6th inning. Hauser Drug, Mr. Sparky, TRT Trailer Sales Scoreboard. 1-1, Cherryville and Shelby.
A lot of people are switching to natural gas lately.
Discover something for everyone at the Red Rabbit 27 shops in Lincoln. For women, you'll find handbags, sunglasses, garden decor, and more. For men, there's outdoor furniture, garden tools, saddles, boots, and chaps. For kids, check out the selection of children's clothes, doll clothes, and baby blankets too. Everyone will love the birdhouses, artwork, pottery, plants, wicker furniture, antique furniture, and jewelry too. Located on Highway 27 east of Lincoln, Red Rabbit 27 open Monday through Saturday. Call 704-240-4448.
Bruce isn't sure why he's out here, but this happens every time Aunt Betty and her allergies come to town, doesn't it, Bruce? But now, Train can help downtrodden animals like Bruce. A Train Clean Effect system removes up to 99.98% of the allergens from all the air that it heats or cools, so your owners will never choose Aunt Betty over you again. Let's go find your family a Train dealer.
Your Train Comfort Specialist is Roland Black Heated and Cooling. Call 704-865-1375. Roland Black Heated and Cooling.
It's hard to stop a train.
Trailers for everything, and we mean it, at TRT Trailer Sales in Lincoln, 3302 Gastonia Highway. Trailers for hauling livestock, motorcycles, and cars. You'll find dump trailers, utility, and landscaping trailers. You'll find racing trailers with finished interiors, plus the tag-along and gooseneck trailers, insulated trailers with tack compartment.
First pitch swinging is Caleb Nairn to lead off for Cherryville, and he flies out into left field. It's going to be an easy play out there for the left fielder Chandler Young. So 1 up, 1 down, and now Josh Beam will stand in to face Carpenter.
They're not waiting for us to come back from commercial
They're
tonight,
not.
David. They're hustling. You don't see that much in a Legion game.
Well, you know, I know there might have been asked by the umpires and everybody to do that to get the game in, but you know what? Now it's 1-1. So if it rains, you're still going to have to
do something about it.
You have to finish it another time. This ball misses low. 2 balls, no strikes to Josh Beam. Beam 1 for 2 tonight. 2-0 pitch from Carpenter on the way, and that's on the inside corner for a strike. 2-1.
One to one, top of 6th. Shelby just tied Cherryville. Bottom of the 5th. Speaking of the bottom of the 5th, Caldwell trails Hickory 6-2.
How about that?
Thanks to Mr. Jeff Link.
3-1 pitch on the way here to Beam, up and away, ball 4. So Josh Beam draws the 1-out walk. He represents the go-ahead run now for Cherryville Post 100 here in the 6th inning as he trots down to first base. And now to bring up Dalton Towery, also a hit tonight in 2 trips, actually officially 1 for 1, a hit and a walk. One run, 5 hits, and an error for Cherryville. 1-4-0 for Shelby. A good, tight baseball game here tonight. And this one lifted foul out of play off the bat of Towery. 0-1. Runner at first base is Beam. Second time he's been aboard tonight in 3 trips. A hit and now a walk. And the throw to first, pretty close, but Beam's back in there. Towery will be followed by Brandon Alexander here in the Cherryville 6th inning. Threat of rain all night, but not a lot of the water tonight. This one fouled out of play on the right side, and the count goes to 0-2 now to Towery.
Folks, coming up in the playoffs, we will be broadcasting live video of all Shelby and all Cherryville postseason games, live video. So we'll have both teams video throughout the playoffs. Pickoff! Ooh,
got him again. I tell you, there've been a lot of close plays tonight. Actually, 2 have been picked off, but a lot of other close plays over there at first base on those pickoff attempts. I guess the base runners are trying to stretch their leads to the max here. 0-2, foul back out of play.
You can also follow each and one of the local teams in the area, as well as all of our radio stations on Twitter. We're tweeting about everywhere. You can follow David Keever. Is it Keever David or David Keever?
At David Keever.
David Keever. I'm at Kevin Hastings.
Here's the pitch in the dirt. Runner does not go. 1-2 the count.
All the radio stations, it's at their name. So WCSL 1590 AM, at WHS 1390 AM. And we've also created Twitter feeds for fan pages. Talk a little smack, give a little information out, let everybody know what the scores are with the Shelby, the Lincoln County, and the Cherryville feeds. The Shelby is Shelby Post 82, Lincoln is Lincoln Post 455, and Cherryville is actually Seaville Post 100. Couldn't quite fit Cherryville
right.
all in the name. You only get so many letters.
2-2 upstairs. So now an 0-2 count to Towery. All of a sudden is a 3-2 count. A full count. We'll see if Coach Reynolds elects to send the runner here on the full count with just 1 out. That runner at first base, Josh Beam, got good wheels. Towery, your batter. And the 3-2 pitch, and throw to first instead, and Beam's back in there. Deion Sanders is this top search trend on Yahoo. I got to see what he did.
Oh, goodness.
Officially divorced. This is ball 4, Towery.
That's breaking news.
Yeah, Towery draws the 1-out walk. He'll head to first, back-to-back walks. Beam is now at second. 2 on, 1 out for Brandon Alexander, the Cherryville first baseman.
Speaking of Dallas Cowboys and marriages, did you see about Phil Costa?
No.
The center for the Cowboys? He proposed to Brooke Hogan yesterday. Hulk Hogan's daughter.
Yes, okay.
At the Bellagio in Las Vegas. So
gonna raise little wrestlers.
Little.
Well, they'll be little to start with.
She's about 6 foot tall as he is.
Is she really?
He's a center. You got Hulk's blood running through those veins. That's gonna be a big kid. And out comes Coach Grayson. We're gonna take a quick break here on WCSL 1590 AM and WCSL1590am.com.
In the Gospels of Matthew, Luke, and John.
And 110 packages. Call toll free at 1-877-279-7465 or visit the website trttrailersales.com.
A lot of people are switching to natural gas lately because natural gas appliances cost a lot less to operate than those using propane or electricity. In fact, a typical family could save up to $1,000 a year just by switching from propane to natural gas. But that's not all. To learn more about natural gas and to find out how much money you could save by switching, visit psncenergy.com/choosegas. That's psncenergy.com/choosegas. Natural gas from PSNC Energy, making everyday life better.
Train Comfort Specialist is Roland Black Heated and Cooling. Call 704-865-1375. Roland Black Heated and Cooling.
It's hard to stop a train.
In the
And we're back here where Coach Mike Grayson's visit to the mound is over. Again, like Coach Reynolds, no pitching change yet. We got time at the plate momentarily here called by the batter. Just wants to go out there and make sure, meet with his pitcher, catcher, his infielders, and make sure everybody's on the same page here. 2 runners aboard with 1 out. And the first pitch, a grounder to short, could be a tailor-made double play. Second for 1, over to first, in time.
Ooh.
6-4 to 3. Yeah, close play at first, but looked like it did just beat him there at first base. So that'll do it. The double play ends the threat for Cherryville here in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, a walk, but a double play, 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Your Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky TRT trailer sales scoreboard. Cherryville 1, Shelby 1.
Do you need to organize? Maybe you need to create more space. But what do? Call Alcom Mini Storage on Dick Bream Road in Cherryville. Alcom Mini Storage has all sizes of mini storage bins, priced from $35 to $85. And now mention this radio ad, and when you pay for 3 months, you'll get an additional month free. Just mention this radio ad for your free month. Alcom Mini Storage, 235 Dick Bream Road in Cherryville, 704-435-8803. All units are lighted with security cameras and monthly extermination. Check our prices, Alcom Mini Storage.
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about just how much value their car insurance company is delivering. If you're one of them, State Farm agent Billy Rowland in Lincoln can help you get to a better state, because Billy and her agents will talk with you, listen to you, and help put together a policy that has you written all over it, from cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call State Farm agent Billy Rowland in Lincoln and officially get to a better state with State Farm.
The old saying, you can't keep a good man down, now applies to Brookwood Cafe and Catering. The new Brookwood Cafe and Catering is located on Providence Mill Road in Maiden, featuring the same great food and service you remember. The world's greatest fried chicken and world-famous penny browns once again satisfy your appetite. Brookwood Cafe and Catering is serving the same great breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Brookwood Cafe and Catering on Providence Mill Road in Maiden. Stop by before the game or call ahead for your tailgate items, 828-428-8944.
Well, I didn't I didn't see a foul ball. Did you see a foul ball go in the stands a second ago? Got a report that hit a guy right in the chest.
No.
Knocked him down.
Well, I mean, I don't know how long ago they're talking about. There have been a couple, but
I don't know either.
Wow. Hope he's
Said
okay.
Yeah. Said it hit the concrete, bounced up, and got somebody pretty good. He might need to call John Brown. Does he do physical? Might need to go to the hospital. Folks watching at home, like we talked about earlier, you can get the Ustream app, folks. It's not YOU like YouTube. It's just the letter U. Stream and download the app on your smartphone, your Google Play Store, your App Store, wherever you get your apps from. Download the free player. There's a producer where you can actually film yourself, but you need to download the player. And then after that, once you get on there to find the game we're at, tonight's game's on the WCSL channel. All you got to do is type in WCSL 1590 AM. Walt goes here, the leadoff batter for Shelby Post 82.
Dustin Green draws a walk, Kevin, on 4 straight pitches. No strikes in that sequence, just 4 straight balls to Green, and now Brock Melton.
And the same thing if we're broadcasting on Lincoln County station or the Shelby station, just search the WLON or search the WHS.
Right.
And you'll go right to it. Now, if you want to listen to Big Oak Country music any time of the day, what's coming out of the studio, square to bunt, Melton, no good. Now, Melton will drop down a secret bunt every once in a while, and he's a pretty good bunter, actually. But one last thing on the Ustream app, once you're on there, just search the radio station you want to listen to, or if you want to listen to country music coming from the studio, you can search Big Oak Country. So just search that. Make sure you add those channels as one of your favorite channels, and then you won't have to search anymore. Curveball, strike.
That was a good-looking breaking pitch
yes,
there
it was.
From Johnson. That evens the count at 1-1 as our food has been delivered.
Yeah, I want to make sure we thank the
absolutely.
Thank the concession stands here and the folks here at
hospitality always good.
Oh, absolutely. Suzanne Grayson and the gang do a great job, and they make sure they take care of us here at Shelby Legion Field.
Bunt attempt is foul back, so the count does go 1-2 now to Brock Melton. So don't know if he'll be bunting now or not. Got to think no. He usually does make pretty good contact. The 1-2 hits him. How about that?
Whew.
Breaking pitch, it hits him in the leg.
Now that would get your coach fired up, hitting the guy on 1-2.
Yep. Well, he didn't mean to. Obviously, got to throw that breaking ball, and it just come a little too far inside. But now 2 runners aboard for Shelby. Nobody out. Dustin Green at second, reached by the walk. Now Brock Melton aboard after being hit by the pitch.
Runners first and second, like David said, no outs. Infield fly rules on. Here comes Coach Reynolds. And so we'll be right back here in a few minutes on Big O Country, WCSL 1590 AM and WCSL1590am.com.
Trailers for every.
Carolina Heating and Cooling in Cherryville has been in business for over 90 years with over 4 generations of contractor experience. Carolina Heating and Cooling specializes in sales, service, and installation of heating and cooling products. They offer annual maintenance agreements and service all brands of equipment. Carolina Heating and Cooling, 1313 West Church Street in Cherryville in the Old Ford Motor Company building. Owned and operated by Keith and Brian Long. Call 704-435-4433.
Community minded, just like you. Community minded, that's for sure, it's true.
You care about the future of this community. You grew up here. You've raised a family here. Your life is here. So is ours.
Carolina Trust Bank. Member FDIC.
Community minded, just like you.
Our next break, but back here, Coach Reynolds, no move, and now a bunt attempt that goes up and foul off the bat of Phillip Black. 2 runners aboard for Shelby, a walk and a hit batter. They got something going here in inning number 6, a 1-1 game. And an 0-1 count now to Phillip Black. We'll see if he attempts to lay down the bunt once again.
First and second, no outs. Cherryville's defending it with the corners are in. Actually, where's the bunt attempt?
Yeah, again, you know, I say it just about every game I do, Kevin. The art of bunting is a lost art.
Bunting and free throw shooting
yeah.
win more ball games. Hey, if the Spurs could hit one more free throw, we'd be talking about the Spurs as the World Series NBA World Champions right now, and not LeBron. I mean, they missed one. All they needed was one free throw in that game, in Game 6, and they're the champs. So, you kids, you basketball players, just go to the gym, shoot 100 free throws.
Here's a ground ball to third, and under the third baseman's glove into left field. They will hold the runner at third. I think it'll be scored a hit, but we'll wait and see.
He comes up with that. They're probably coming up with a double play.
Very well could have given an error
towards second base.
It's ruled an infield error. So bases loaded now without a base hit for Shelby Post 82. A walk, a hit batter, and now an error. Bases loaded, nobody out for Chandler Young.
Yeah, you got to give him an error on that. I mean, like I said, he could have had 2.
Yeah, you know what he did? He just raised up to throw it before he got there.
Yep. Just
the most common problem. Most common mistake probably by the infielder, just wanting to throw it before he got it, just in a hurry.
Bases juice now for Post 82, no outs.
And the first pitch here to Young is a little blooper out towards second. Second baseman catches, steps on the bag. Now, how often do you see that? Double play. You talking about a looper that led somebody right to the bag. You couldn't have threw it.
No.
Better.
You couldn't have made a better throw to second base. Poor Melton's out there.
No man's land, basically.
Well, and on the pitch, you know, knowing he's not the fleetest of foot, he's going to get an extra couple steps out there at second base with the lead runner in front of him, knowing they're probably not going to throw behind him with the lead runner at third, and just the absolute worst possible thing could have happened to Melton. A little float. I mean, it landed right at the same time he got there.
It did. And on the bag. I mean, I think if it would have kept falling, it would have hit the base.
That was a beautiful pass by the quarterback. I mean,
it looked like it. So now all of a sudden, 2 down, runners at the corners for Dustin Jones. Doubled his last time up and scored Shelby's only run and attempts to bunt. And if he's in the box, he's okay. If he's out of the box, he's out. And I think he was in the box when it hit him. A bunt comes up and hits him for a foul ball. Those have got to be some of the hardest calls for an umpire to make. And Coach Reynolds is going to come out and talk about it.
Yeah, he's going to make sure that
And you can't blame him for that. I mean,
at least he's going to ask if he needed help or make sure he got it.
All right, here's a question. Are you sure he was still in the batter's box?
Yeah, I'm sure.
When that ball made contact. Well, one thing we know, you got to be awful quick.
Oh, yeah.
If you're not in the box.
Well,
because to get out of the box on a bunt that bounces right back up and hits you.
Well, now I'll tell you,
if you're a drag bunter, you could be out.
Umpiring the little kids, they do it all the time. I mean, they are in front of that plate on some of these bunts. I mean, I've had to call. And you feel terrible about it, but I mean, those kids will be out in front of us. So I can see how it get done.
I have to refer to you then, like I do Terry Reinhardt.
And the art of bunting. If they should have got the bunt down to begin with, and not try to be dragging anyway with first and second.
Here's the 0-1 pitch outside. Terry will leave our Saturday morning shows occasionally to go umpire, and I'll say, "There goes Terry Reinhardt off to ruin some kid's day." One ball, one strike, 2 outs in the inning. The pitch to the plate. Big hopper down the third base side, foul. And now it's 1-2. And Alec Johnson, who's done a really good job on the mound tonight for Cherryville Post 100, appeared to be in a huge jam here in the 6th, but now finds himself 1 strike away from getting out of a bases loaded, nobody out jam. Yeah.
With nothing.
But he's still got to get that 1 more strike, or at least that 1 more out. And the 1-2 pitch to Dustin Jones is grounded out to short. Shortstop Huff will go to short way to second, and they do it. A fielder's choice out there at second base, a 6-4 putout of Phillip Black, the base runner, and that'll do it for Shelby. Unbelievable turn of events there in that inning. No runs for Shelby in the inning, no hits, no errors, and they leave 2 base runners. 6 complete in the books. Your Hauser Drug, Mr. Sparky TRT Trailer Sales Scoreboard. Cherryville 1, Shelby 1.
Got a building project in the near future? Then see Don or Tracy Lyles at College Building Supplies in Dallas, right across from Gaston College. You'll find material for treated decks, storage buildings, and even galvanized metal. Save too on roof cement and cement blocks. College Building Supply in Dallas has vinyl windows in all sizes as low as $69. Get quotes from kitchen cabinets, shingles, exterior siding, and even dog houses. College Building Supplies, Highway 321 in Dallas, across from Gaston College. Open Monday through Saturday.
When the septic tank backs up, Dennis Willis Septic Service in Cherryville is the name to remember. Dennis Willis services, repairs, and installs all types of septic tanks. They have pump-out tanks, too. Call Dennis Willis for septic tank service at 704-435-2326. Again, that's 704-435-2326 for professional, fair, and honest work from a name you've trusted for years. Dennis Willis Septic Tank Service of Cherryville. Again, that's 704-435-2326. Hauser Drug Store on the corner in downtown Cherryville has been Cherryville's hometown pharmacy since 1935, and they know you by name. For durable medical equipment such as wheelchairs, oxygen, walkers, CPAPs and BiPAPs, lift chairs, and diabetic supplies too, like strips and lancets. Hauser Drug bills Medicare and most all private insurances. And does your pharmacy make home deliveries? Hauser Drug in Cherryville does. It's service after the sale. Good luck, Post 100 from Hauser Drug. Trust Napa Know-How and your Lincoln Auto Parts on North Generals Boulevard to have the parts you need to get the job done right. Napa Auto Parts at 136 North Generals Boulevard is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. till 6 p.m., Saturday 8 to 4:30. Call 704-735-0411 or come by for quick, knowledgeable service from Eddie or Jason. For your car, truck, SUV, or other vehicle, get the right part. And remember, your Napa Auto Parts store in Lincoln has a full machine shop too. Call 704-735-0411 or come by 136 North Generals Boulevard, Lincoln.
So we're back now. We go to the 7th inning. It's been a really good baseball game here tonight. Of course, when these two hook up, it seems like it's always playoff type atmosphere.
And I know I'm going to regret this when I say it, David.
I did them backwards. I'll put yours up and mine down. Sorry about that.
I think I'm going to regret this, but the game's moved along quite
Oh,
well tonight. And the jinx
You
is
just
on.
wait till that rain delay when it's 1-1 in the ninth, and we get a 2-hour rain
Or
delay.
the 11th or something.
Could be a Pirates Brewers 14 inning game
Did
like
you
they
mark-
had earlier.
Did you
today.
mark first pitch time?
It was right on. It was like at 7:01. 7:01. It was just barely after the 7 o'clock hour. So, first pitch of ball here to Heath King.
Hour
Excuse
45
me.
minutes
Excuse me.
into the game.
Not Heath King. Got a pinch hitter here, Philip Shoemaker. Tyler Shoemaker. Excuse me.
Tyler
Shoemaker 1-0 is fouled back.
Shoemaker got an airful the other night. After his third strikeout of the game, he was DHing with 3 Ks. And you could hear Coach Reynolds, I was told, in the back in the clubhouse having a talk with Shoemaker about his at-bats. You could hear him with the door closed, if that tells you anything.
He's teaching.
Yeah, exactly.
Teaching. 1-1 pitch on the way. In there for a strike, a breaking pitch.
Well, maybe he figured he couldn't hear him on the field with all the music and the fans and stuff. Take him out back. Make sure he hears what he had to say.
Avoid all that crowd noise.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strike pitch on the way, curveball, and it just misses, or did it? I think.
I don't know what happened.
I don't either. Catcher picked it up and made the tag, but strike 3 was not called, so it's an even 2 ball, 2 strike count now on Shoemaker.
And I think that was the biggest thing for Coach Reynolds is he struck out twice looking.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Here's a ground ball to third. Third baseman has the backhand, long throw across in the dirt, and will get by the first baseman. Now Shoemaker's not going to take a chance because a good job by the right fielder to hustle over.
He could have made it
and
to
back
second
it up.
if he would have turned as soon as that ball went by.
I agree.
I think he could have, but
I tell you what, he is a big boy.
that's too tough a decision to make for him to take a left and head out to second base. But good job.
Well, if they scored that an error, they put it on Cherryville. I think it was 1 error apiece going to that inning. I do not see an extra hit put up there for Cherryville. I think they scored an error, but I think they put it on the wrong team. So for the time being, we'll put down an E5.
Yeah.
Tough play for the third baseman, but
If the ball would have been caught, he'd have beat him by 10 feet.
if
so
you're right,
you got to give
if
an
the
error
throw's
also.
there, he's out. If the throw is there, he's out. But nonetheless, Shoemaker is aboard. And, a lot of times, just like you said, the strikeouts got him in trouble the other night. A lot of times all you got to do is put it in play,
That's
and
all you
something will
need.
happen, and that's what he did right there.
It's a slump buster.
Brett Huff now, as time is called momentarily for some reason.
They're going to run for
Yeah, going to get a runner here. And that's going to be number 7. I'll have to pick that one up. Let's see here. We'll listen for the PA.
I've got 20/10 vision, and I cannot see through this tent
Gray
window
Goins.
and through this screen and read these numbers.
Well, I've got probably a little better than 20/20 after LASIK.
I do. I did too. That's what I'm saying. I should be able to.
I can actually see it pretty good, but now you don't want to hold it right in front of me and ask me to see it without these glasses.
they told me when I had LASIK I might need reading glasses when I get a little
Well, they
bit
told me
older.
I might, and they were right.
Yeah.
Right on the money. It didn't take long either. I'd say within a year I got them. Here's the pitch. I said I'll trade that. A bunt down the first base side. That is fair. Now foul. Good job, I think, there by Melton. I think if Brock Melton picks it up instantly, he gets the 1 out at first base, but he would have had to got it instantly. But he lets it roll foul.
Only side effects I've had are I'm a little more sensitive to light than I used to be. I used to didn't wear sunglasses as much as I do now.
When did you have it? How long has it been?
I was 21.
Okay,
So
been a while.
9 years.
Yep. That's probably a little longer than I've had mine. I think mine's only been about 6. 0-1 pitch on the way here is bunted down the first base side again. This one's going to stay fair. Melton will apply the tag at first base. And Huff is out 3 unassisted, but Huff will get credited with the sacrifice bunt. That moves
Deja vu.
Gray
there.
Goins down to second. Gray Goins is that runner that's in there for Shoemaker. So runner at second, scoring position. Cherryville's actually got down 3 sacrifice bunts tonight. And that will now bring up the right fielder, Clay Fuller. Fuller 1 hit in 2 tries tonight. Last night a big night for him, 3 for 4 at the plate, including a 3-run homer. Now the catcher out to talk with his pitcher momentarily. 1-1 game in the 7th inning. We enter what's considered the late innings here as we're in the 7th. And a tie game. Here's the pitch to the plate. That's down low. Kevin, we're going to have to check on that pitcher, too. We've got a new pitcher we didn't even notice.
Looks like Nick Hastings.
Hastings it is, number 7. Nick Hastings on in relief this inning.
The big tall righty. Hickory scores 6 runs in the top of the 6th. Now leads Caldwell 12-2 after 6 innings.
They could win 2 games today, 12-2, over 2 very good teams.
Yes, they could. They brought the sticks today. They're
Already
ready to
beat Cherryville 12-2, now leading Caldwell 12-2.
Hickory having a good day in American Legion Baseball.
1-0 pitch here coming from Hastings, and that's fouled out of play on the left side. A John Brown All-State foul ball.
I know what I need to tell listeners today, David. Thursday at 4 p.m. Don't miss it. The Downtown Krause, North Carolina July 4th parade. July 4th parade, Downtown Krause will be live online. Watch it.
There's a pitch right down the middle of the plate. That one just totally fooled Clay Fuller, breaking pitch, and now the count 1-2.
I'll actually be filming it from the front yard of the Hastings house if you want to stop by and have to use the bathroom or something.
Oh, you made a big offer there. You might regret that one.
Need a cold beverage or something, come on by and enjoy yourself. If you've ever been to the Cat Square Parade, it's kind of like that, but July 4th, anything on wheels, feet, qualifies.
Pop up behind the plate. Will it get out of play? I think it will. And that's a sign that it got out of play if you heard the big loud boom on top of the roof here.
Yeah, if you got a lawnmower, a four-wheeler, if you got a jet skis that's on wheels, if you pretty much got anything that moves, you can walk your dogs in the parade, whatever you want. Throw an American flag on it, and you qualify for the Krause July 4th parade. At 4 o'clock, they'll parade up and down that road. It's quite a sight to see. Get a lot of national spirit there. And we'll be broadcasting live, like I said, on KTCBroadcasting.com, WLON1050am.com. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on Fuller.
Yeah, Fuller is gone for the second out here in the 7th inning. So now with the runner Greg Goins still at second base, it's going to be up to Hunter Jackson, the number 9 hitter, who's looking for his first hit tonight. He did reach on a walk back in the 3rd inning. Here's the first pitch to Jackson, upstairs a ball. All kind of rainouts across the area. And some teams, I'm getting emails from Coach Bullock from Lincoln County right now, and I'm answering him back, talking about don't know yet if he's going to make his 2 games tomorrow afternoon or not.
Well, anything east of here probably got rained out.
Here's a pop-up on the infield that should end the inning here. Second baseman will call for it. Fitch will make the play for out number 3. So nothing doing for Cherryville. Nobody more relieved than the 3rd baseman for Shelby Post 82, Phillip Black, as his error to start the inning does not prove costly. No runs in the inning, no hits, 1 error, 1 runner left down at second base. We have played 6.5. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Stretch inning here at the ballpark. It's still tied on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug TRT Trailer Sales scoreboard. Cherryville and Shelby 1-all.
The 2000.
In the Gospels of Matthew, Luke, and John, we are called to forgive others, and God will forgive us. I find that I can forgive others, and I can ask God to forgive me, but sometimes I find it hard to forgive myself. If you are struggling with forgiveness, as we all do, come to Ryan Heights United Methodist Church and hear of the Lord's grace, mercy, and forgiveness. I'm inviting you to come and worship with us Sundays at 11. I am Kathy McAbee, pastor of Ryan Heights United Methodist Church, and we are located on Madison Street, just up from Betty Ross Park.
And they lived happily ever after.
Thanks, Mom.
Good night, honey.
Good night.
This moment is brought to you by Bennett Insurance Group, your local Erie insurance agent. For affordable insurance coverage in Cherryville, call Rocky at Bennett Insurance Group at 704-435-0271 and see how you can save. Bennett Insurance Group and Erie Insurance. We've got you covered. It's our true blue promise.
Since 1900, the Stamey Funeral Home in Fallston has been serving the families of our area with the finest in funeral service. In 1998, the Tysinger family began to serve the families of the Cherryville community, and today are a proud member of that community, providing services with dignity and respect. Caring for your family like our own, that's their slogan. Come talk with manager Pete Kraft about the services they provide at the Stamey Cherryville Funeral Home, 405 North Dixie Street in Cherryville.
Say advantage Shelby right now, 1-1 game as we go to the bottom 7, but they have the top of the order up here and actually have that extra at bat right now as they're batting in the bottom of the 7th, and the first pitch here to Jackson Mims is taken for a strike. Here's the pitch, and that one's outside. Evens it up 1-1.
Surprise, surprise, some of the Cherryville fans not too big of fans of some of those umpire calls.
Yeah. One thing about it, when a Shelby and Cherryville game is going on, every pitch is questioned by one side or the other, you know?
I always thought as a player and a little bit of coaching and umpiring and stuff, we're going to miss some calls here and there on the corners or whatever. Don't get upset unless it's strike 3, unless it affects you.
Right.
You know what I mean? If it goes 0-1, it's not that big of a deal. Hit the next pitch.
Here's the pitch on the way upstairs this time with it. 2 balls and a strike. Crowd not as heavy tonight maybe as you would think between when these two clubs meet, but this one fouled back out of play 2-2, but weather probably kept some people at home. The threat of rain once again, even though it's covered here. I'll tell you what, it's the air conditioning's on in the press box, but when I opened the window, the temperature dropped in here.
Did it?
I mean, yeah, it's actually cooler out there than it is inside. I meant to check and see. Let's see what my temperature says here. 70.
I was
70 degrees out there right now, according to this.
I was at Myrtle Beach the past 3 days, and
well, you didn't need to rub it in.
when you walked out the door,
It blasted you back in.
you needed a machete to cut through the humidity.
Oh boy!
I mean, it was insane. I mean, it was no point being
3-2.
outside.
3-2 here, the count to the leadoff hitter Jackson Mims here in the bottom of the 7th. I hate it. I can't stand anything worse.
We'd go to the beach at 7 in the
humidity
morning if you
anywhere.
believe it.
Here's a shot into right field. 3-2 pitch laced into right field. Could be extra bases. Mims rounds first. The throw to second, I think, will be late because the right fielder slipped.
Yep.
Leadoff double for Jackson Mims here to start the bottom of the 7th inning. So a good start for Shelby Post 82.
Fuller slipped out in right field trying to round out the ball so he can make a good throw to second base. He did make a good throw, but
Did about all he could do.
The slip probably cost him a chance of having to play at second base. Don't know if he'd have got him, but it'd have been close. It'd have been closer than it was.
And I don't think at this point we really can't. I take that back. I think there is light rain falling. If you look out toward the outfield lights, look just under them, you can see that's how my LASIK's coming to work there. There's just a real light mist maybe falling, and that's keeping the grass damp enough to maybe cause you to slip. Here's a foul ball down the third base side off the bat of Nick Hastings.
Hey, David can see a flea on a dog's butt from 200 yards away.
If I can hear it walking.
LASIK helps your ears too.
That's right.
I'm looking out the window next to him, and
I can, but don't. I can see it from 200 yards away, but don't put it a foot in front of me.
Yeah, he can be a foot in front of him, and he ain't gonna see it. He don't know there's a computer sitting in front of him.
0-1 pitch coming here from
Hastings
Johnson.
Get the win and the RBI.
Yeah.
The mound.
You know, I see the strategy here. Let's bunt him over, get him to third. But you got a left-handed batter. What you really, to me, you know, if let him swing away, you might get that hit that scores him, or pull it on the right side, get him to third base that way.
Good point with the lefty. Well, even that, David, with the shortstop covering, if he goes opposite field,
Right.
look at the gap over there. He can run it through.
A lot of places to hit it, but I do understand the way this game's been and runs have been at a premium.
Well, yeah, 1-1.
So I can see both sides. But the infield is obviously playing back. They're not going to, I'm sure they might come in if they record an out here and he gets to third with just one out, the infield probably comes in. This pitch all the way to the backstop, so all that doesn't matter. Throw it all out the window. That is called a wild pitch.
He missed the plate by 10 feet.
Yep. You're going to throw one wild, you might as well get a good one.
I'm pretty sure you're going to have to call slips on that one, David.
That's a Randy Johnson type wild pitch that goes all the way to the backstop. And over to third base on that wild pitch goes Jackson Mims. So now, just 90 feet away from Shelby taking the lead for the first time tonight. And the count 1-2. That's the bad part. He had him in the hole 0-2 and wasted one. Here's a pop-up shallow left field. Don't know if this will be deep enough to tag. I don't think so. Towery comes in and makes the catch, and the runner will hold. So one up and one down. Hastings still at third. Hastings is retired. Mims still at third. And with one out, it'll bring up the second baseman, Cody Fitch.
I smell a squeeze play.
It'd be a good time for one, wouldn't it? Trying to see where this family of foxes are. It says urban foxes, and I just wonder what city that these gray foxes happen to bed down in. Somewhere in California. Moved into Facebook headquarters in Menlo Park, California.
Is that what it is?
They got their own Facebook page.
And here we go with a new
meeting on the mound.
Meeting on the mound.
Coach Reynolds going to go out and talk it over. Just some strategy here. Try to figure out what kind of strategy he wants to use. 1-1. We'll be right back.
In the nation, they go by Guardian, Lifesaver, and Friend. At Nationwide Insurance, we just call them agents. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation that cares.
Nationwide is on your side.
Your Nationwide insurance agent in Cherryville is Sandy Cunningham Nationwide Insurance, 1608 East Church Street. Call 704-445-1990.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. Subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
Get the Grasshopper advantage with the new Grasshopper mower from West End Sales in Vail. And right now, you pay 0 interest for 54 months with equal monthly payments. Come on into West End Sales for all the details. Not only will you see the difference, you will experience the difference. Make a Grasshopper your next mower from West End Sales. Highway 18 North at the 27 West intersection. Get 0% financing on the Grasshopper mowers from West End Sales in Vail. Get it cranked with a stop at Field Starter and Alternator in Cherryville. They start all the winners. They do it all at Field Starter and Alternator, from starters to alternators, generators, rebuilt and repairs. With 2 locations, 457 Paul H. Beam Road and 319 East Main Street, both in Cherryville. Yes, get it cranked and get it running with a visit to Field Starter and Alternator of Cherryville.
About to start.
What the?
You finally put the kids to sleep.
Sweet dreams. No, the battery.
Your dinner guests will be here in 5 minutes.
Not now. Oh.
Mr. Sparky electricians are around the corner and ready to help. Get a free service call with any repair from Mr. Sparky today.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Can't say enough for how good a job he did tonight, David. 5 hits, only 1 run against this very good Shelby Post 82 team. 20-5, is that right?
22-5.
22-5. So Coach Reynolds got everything he could have asked for out of the young man.
First pitch up and outside to Cody Fitch, the second baseman. 1 for 2 officially. Walked in the first, doubled in the 5th inning. One ball, no strikes. Cameron High looks at the runner at third base, now delivers the 1-0 pitch, and that's on the outside corner for a strike, leaving it up 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 aboard. And that is the go-ahead run at third base. And the pitch is swung on, lifted into center field. Shallow center. Center fielder coming on, can't make the play. Now feels it on 1 hop. And we'll just have to toss it right back in. That's an RBI single for Cody Fitch. And you talking about the Texas Leaguer earlier. That one would be in the dictionary, the picture beside it, because that was a perfect Texas League single that just bloops out behind second base. Nobody can get to it. And Jackson Mims comes in to score the go-ahead run as Shelby has its first lead of the night now, 2-1 on the Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky TRT trailer sales scoreboard. Fitch is at first base now for the right fielder, Jay Siegel. Cameron High from the stretch. Tough break for Cameron High coming in and giving up that kind of hit. Now Cherryville better be careful as the throw back to the pitcher gets over his head, but fortunately for him, the runner was at first base, not at third base. Your runner at first base is Cody Fitch. 1 out in the inning. Shelby with a run across to take a 2-1 lead. Wild pitch figured in a little bit to that one, Kevin. That wild pitch, it moved Mims over to third base earlier in this inning.
Absolutely.
Here's a pitch, just misses the outside edge. A ball, 2-0.
Runner on first. Cherryville down 2-1 now to Shelby with 1 out here at the bottom of the 7th inning.
Been a good game, well-pitched game by the 2 starters here tonight, Ethan Carpenter and Alec Johnson. Now the throw to first and the runner's back.
Had a bunch of pickoffs so far tonight.
Two 2-0 the count. Orioles lead the Yankees tonight on national television 2-1. There's a swing and a miss, and the count goes to 2-1 here.
They were on national television yesterday.
They were, weren't they, on the Fox game?
Who cares?
Well, I do because I'm a Red Sox fan, so if they both lose.
You hope both dugouts cave in, don't you?
Here's the pitch, inside corner for a strike. That evens it up, 2-2. I'll have to admit I don't mind the Orioles.
Yeah.
But I can't go any further than that.
Well, they're the Pittsburgh Pirates.
They are. You're right. A lot very similar because they were a once proud franchise that used to be in the playoffs every year.
One of the most prettiest parks and the best looking uniforms. You know, the Orioles actually beat the Cardinals in the ESPN fan vote on the best uniforms in baseball. Orioles finished first, Cardinals second.
Well, I wonder if it's when they wear those orange jerseys because those things are awesome. Ground ball out to third. Short actually has to field it, throw to second, won't be in time. So that's going to be an infield hit, I do believe. It's either that or a fielder's choice. Of course, he didn't have a play at first either, so it's got to be a hit.
Comes up limping over at first base, too, a little bit.
An infield hit for Jay Siegel down to second, Cody Fitch. So 2 runners aboard here as Cameron High just has not had any luck this inning. A bloop single that gives Shelby the lead. Now an infield hit.
Now, does Cameron qualify as the ace of this staff? Or do they have an ace?
I just really don't know if they've got one, and I don't know. I don't know. That'd be a good question. I've seen different people for this team pitch well, but I don't think anybody's really pitched well consistently. Here's the first pitch that is down low to Dustin Green. Heath King had a really good outing last night. Brandon Alexander's had some good outings. Cameron High's had his. He had a good one against Caldwell. You just saw Alec Johnson. He's pitched well at times. So, I just don't know if they have one they feel comfortable sending out there in a desperate situation.
Well, we talked earlier. I mean, none of these teams right now in the area really have anyone. They don't have. There's no 90 miles per hour flame throwing.
There's not, but I think Shelby as a staff, has the best pitching probably in the whole area, in Area 4. I tell you, Lincoln County's got a good pitching staff.
Yeah.
Lincoln County's stacked with some arms. Justin Norton, that's out of North Lincoln's as good as anybody. This pitch down low. Runner's going to try to get to third. The throw to third will be late. A wild pitch in the dirt allows both base runners to advance.
Me and Dustin Day were talking the other day, back when we played around 2000. Every team in our conference had a player that could throw 85 plus.
Right.
I mean, it was stacked. I mean, Shelby had Clark and Bridges. We had Mason. Cherryville had McLemore. West Lincoln had Leonard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was just the whole league was just stacked with 85 plus fastballs.
Here's a pitch in there for a strike.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, Dustin Green threatened to bunt it, pulled back and took it, and now you can hear the Shelby fans and dugout barking at the home plate umpire. Did look a little high from here.
I was going to say outside. So maybe it was high and outside.
2-2, pitch on the way is grounded back up the middle. That's going to get a run home. Shortstop will have to go to first, and he better hurry. And he does just in time to get the play at first base. It'll be an RBI ground out on the 6-3 put out for Dustin Green as he now extends Shelby's lead to 3-1. Over to third base goes Jay Siegel. It's Cody Fitch that comes in to score that third run of the night. But now 2 down in the inning, and it'll be up to Brock Melton.
That umpire's got a strange out call out there in the infield. It's kind of hard.
He does, yeah. At first I wasn't sure, you're right. The only reason I knew is I saw the dejection on the Shelby first base coach. He gave me more of a sign that it was an out than the umpire did. Here's one lifted high on the infield. Should be playable over there at third base for Naren. And he's circling under it and can't make the play. It was just drifting back on him toward the infield. And as the spin on these baseballs have them do, and Naren just could not make the play, and it falls. And that gives Brock Melton an extra chance here.
Now, if he gets on here, that goes down as an error.
In the major leagues, it would. I don't think they do in Legion ball, but in the major leagues, it sure would.
Well, they're supposed to play major league rules.
Yeah, I know. Maybe not scoring rules. I don't know, but I think Richard Walker and I and some others have had that talk before about how that's ruled. And I think in Legion ball, they, for whatever reason, if it's foul, they don't give the.
Well, I'm sure the player feels like it.
It
was an error.
Right. He's even going to feel like it even more if there is a hit.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You know, it feels
Yep.
terrible.
Yep.
I want to put in a petition or start my online campaign or radio campaign here. Let's quit drawing the coach boxes.
What are they for?
We're wasting chalk. We're wasting chalk and paint.
Inside corner to Melton. That's strike 2. That one actually looked pretty good. I heard some moans there again, but that one actually looked like it caught part of the corner.
And the batter's box too. Might as well just get rid of both of them. You don't need. Nobody uses them.
Well, the batter's box is gone anyway by third inning.
Most time by the first inning.
0-2 pitch coming to Brock Melton inside. He's already been hit once tonight. This time he gets out of the way.
I've seen quite a few heroics from Brock Melton over the past couple years.
Oh, he turned into a real good player for this team. What about Puig for the Dodgers, the young Cuban kid? 4 hits today. He just every day amazes people. Here's a pitch swung on off the inside out. But Naren will have another chance in foul territory and will redeem himself. Naren squeezes it in foul territory. Nobody more happy than he is to make that put out right there. But Shelby picks up 2 big runs in the inning on 3 hits. No errors, and they stram 1 runner at third base. We go to the 8th. Your Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky TRT trailer sales scoreboard now. Shelby takes the lead for the first time tonight over Cherryville, 3-1.
Discover something for everyone at the Red Rabbit 27 shops in Lincoln. For women, you'll find handbags, sunglasses, garden decor, and more. For men, there's outdoor furniture, garden tools, saddles, boots, and chaps. For kids, check out the selection of children's clothes, doll clothes, and baby blankets too. Everyone will love the birdhouses, artwork, pottery, plants, wicker furniture, antique furniture, and jewelry too. Located on Highway 27 east of Lincoln, Red Rabbit 27 open Monday through Saturday. Call 704-240-4448.
Bruce isn't sure why he's out here, but this happens every time Aunt Betty and her allergies come to town, doesn't it, Bruce? But now, Train can help downtrodden animals like Bruce. A Train Clean Effect system removes up to 99.98% of the allergens from all the air that it heats or cools, so your owners will never choose Aunt Betty over you again. Let's go find your family a Train dealer.
Your train comfort specialist is Roland Black Heated and Cooling. Call 704-865-1375. Roland Black Heated and Cooling.
It's hard to stop a train.
Trailers for everything, and we mean it. At TRT Trailer Sales in Lincoln, 3302 Gastonia Highway. Trailers for hauling livestock, motorcycles, and cars. You'll find dump trailers, utility, and landscaping trailers. You'll find racing trailers with finished interiors, plus the tag-along and gooseneck trailers, insulated trailers with tack compartments and 110 packages. Call toll-free at 1-877-279-7465 or visit the website, trttrailersales.com.
And here we are. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Cherryville will have the top of the order up in Cody Dellinger. And Kevin, you said it right. Cherryville's got to get their bats going. There's a shot past the third baseman.
That might work.
Yep, that ball was hit hard. I think that was going to be ruled a hit. I thought I heard a little leather, but boy, that thing was hit so hard that the third baseman basically just reacted to get some leather on it at all.
It's
over there,
ruled a hit.
black. Yeah, I would think so. That ball was stung. As Cody Dellinger, second hit of the night, he hits it out the opposite way over there, and a leadoff single is just what Cherryville needed after giving up, after letting Shelby take the lead.
Hadn't had too many base runners today, and then when they have, they've got into ground outs and force outs and double plays and
been well scattered too by, I mean, they've got somebody on just about every inning, and maybe have got somebody on every inning. I think they have by looking at my book here, but as you said, either a double play or a pick off or something has erased them. Not too many to third base, even with all the base runners. Not too many have gotten to third base. Only 2.
Shoot.
One of those scored. First pitch, a ball here to Caleb Nairn. He can redeem himself even more here. The pop-up he dropped didn't hurt Cherryville at all. Now he's got a chance to help his team at the plate. Here's the pitch, and this outside, 2-0. Nairn's a young man that was in Cherryville for Little League. Moved, and I still don't know yet to this day if it was Illinois or Indiana.
Michigan.
I've heard both. Michigan. It started with an I because both states I heard started with an I. I heard Indiana and I heard Illinois. It could be.
Idaho? You didn't know there's 4 states that started with an I.
I did. Might be 5.
Indiana? No, you don't said Indiana.
Again?
Again.
Well, just don't say Iran or Iraq.
I was about to say Indonesia.
3-0 pitch, and that's in there for a strike at the knees. That's what I call the automatic strike. If it's 3-0, most umpires vicinity strike when it's 3-0.
Well, we've had more troops in Iraq than people are in Rhode Island for 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
That's our 51st
should be a
state.
That's true. Throw it over to first, and the runner's back in there. They just announced who won the half and half. Did you hear the name?
No.
They said so-and-so of Cherryville, but I don't know.
Not here.
200 and some bucks, wasn't it, tonight?
The half and half was.
3 balls, 1 strike. Pitch on the way to there, and that's up and away, ball 4. So Cherryville now with the tying runners aboard here in the 8th inning. First 2 guys on. Nairn trots down to first base. Cody Dellinger heads down to second. Heart of the order coming up for Cherryville. Josh Beam now the number 3 hitter.
Grayson's thinking about taking a walk. He's going to back up into the dugout and let his pitcher try to get out of this himself. First and second, no outs. Cherryville trails 3-1 to Shelby here in the top of the 8th inning.
This is kind of stuff that makes for good games, Kevin.
Yep, do or die time. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty.
3-1 here in the 8th. Nobody out. 2 runners aboard. Hastings from the stretch will pitch to Josh Beam, and that one is up and away, ball 1. See what I'm saying? You hear something on every pitch. That's what's great. I mean, I like it. I enjoy that the fans they're into it that much, They spent their money. They can holler on each and every pitch.
Yeah.
1-0 pitch on its way to Beam, and that one is in there for a strike, 1-1. I got a question for you. I know you're a Cardinal fan, and I don't know how you feel about the Dodgers, but Puig, and I can't pronounce his first name. I know it's A. It starts with an A. His nickname, the Cuban Missile. And he's only been up for about a month.
Yeah.
Would you put him on an all-star team or not?
How many home runs? I don't
Well, I
know.
don't know.
His stats and everything.
I don't.
Probably not.
He's hitting around 400. This pitch is in there for a strike now.
Beam,
Josh
not
Beam.
like it.
No, he didn't. 1-2. Here's one way I look at that. Number one, if he don't get voted, he can't get voted in. Okay, he can't because he's not on the ballot. He's not been here long enough. The ballots were already printed up, I guess. So the manager's going to have to pick him. And if you're a manager, as time is called here, so I can talk about this. If you're a manager of the National League, which will be
Probably want to take him
well,
as hot as he is.
yes and no. Do you pass up on a veteran that's been in the league for 10 years, to take him? I mean, it's a tough decision. It puts you in a tough spot. It's the Giants manager, too, and he's a Dodger. So think about that. Well, if he don't take him, are they going to say, well, it's just because he was a Dodger that he didn't take him because of the big rivalry there? But if it means home field advantage for you in the World Series, I think you take him because he can help your team win.
That's true, too.
I mean, he is the hottest player in the league right now.
Cardinals manager, the manager? Or
No,
who won the
Giants.
National League?
Giants. Yeah.
They won the World Series.
Mm-hmm. Bochy. That's what I say. He could be trying to win that game for his own sake.
I'd take him just to make him tired. And
This pitch down and away, and you can hear the yelling come from the Shelby side that wanted the strike on that one to Josh Beam. It's 2-2, and now the home plate umpire gives the Shelby dugout a warning. And Coach Mike Grace is trying to get out of the dugout and go to the umpire, and he's going to run out. He falls down trying to get out there to chew on the umpire.
Yes, he did. He fell down coming out of the dugout trying to come out so quick, and we might have a little controversy here. And
I hope you got some video of that.
Doing some good work. He told him get back in the dugout.
Yeah, Coach Grayson tripped over the top step trying to get out there and get on the umpire so quick after the umpire fired a warning over to the Shelby dugout. Now, when he gives a warning to the Shelby dugout, that don't mean he was, actually calling out Coach Grayson. It could have been anybody in there that yelled something.
In the dugout.
But it is most likely that head coach is going to suffer.
Oh, yeah.
If somebody does get tossed. So Coach Grayson taking up for his troops there and now heads back in the dugout. That didn't last long as I thought it would.
No.
And now the count 2-2 to Josh Beam, and the pitch on the way is upstairs, ball 3.
Grayson must have told him exactly what he needed to hear, I guess. Because I mean, he came rocking it out of that dugout, slipped on the steps, hit the ground.
And I respect the umpire a lot for not having an immediate ejection.
Oh, exactly.
Let him have his word. 3-2, base runners get their leads. A called strike 3, outside corner.
That's a good call. Painting the corner. Starting to get emotional here.
Yeah, it is.
Between the two teams, Shelby and Cherryville getting down to the end.
And that time, one of the Shelby coaches there on the front step is really letting Josh Beam have it, the Cherryville player. That surprises me a little bit, Kevin.
Think about Beam, and he's not going to get that close call there because all night Beam has been pretty demonstrative in quite a couple. He's disagreed with quite a couple.
I think that was Coach Grayson that's up there on the top step that was letting him have it. A little surprised by the emotion of the coach. The first pitch, a strike in there to Dalton Towery.
We were joking.
Nothing in one.
A couple of weeks ago during the rain delay, Grayson was the only one out on the field raking the dirt and stuff. I'm like, he's the head coach and he had a heart attack last year.
Right.
Somebody else needs to get out there and take care of it. I hope he's okay after that fall.
Well, I can tell you he was okay. He got to the plate quick.
Yeah.
Looked like Usain Bolt going to the plate.
Bolt got beat his last meet.
By who?
American. I can't remember his name.
0-1 pitch, foul tipped right into the mid of the catcher. Dalton Towery in the hole 0-2.
We are off the air on the radio, sir.
We are?
Yes.
Phone line cut out. I see it already.
We're still
glad somebody told us real quick.
Still going strong online. You can watch online, whatsupshopper.com.
It's been happening every now and then. The phone line's been kicking out on us.
There's a John Brown foul ball out to the parking lot.
Hope to get back on the air on the radio about now. Should be right back already.
And everything else.
Yep. And sometimes you just lose cell signal after. I mean, when you depend on a cell phone
for 2 hours
to last for 2 hours plus, and it don't cut out on you, you got to feel pretty lucky that it didn't at least once,
Absolutely. First and second, 1 out. Cherryville trails by 2 here in the top of the 8th.
0-2 pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Towery was way off balance on that one.
That was a good deuce, David. That was a good pitch.
So two strikeouts after a single and a walk. Now back-to-back strikeouts. And on the back-to-back strikeouts, now it's going to be up to Brandon Alexander if Cherryville's able to cut into this 3-1 Shelby lead. I tell you another reason this is such a big rivalry, Kevin, even more so I think now than Cherryville and Caldwell, is the common players, the Burns players. You got Burns players on both these teams, and I think that just makes for a better rivalry because they play together, and then all of a sudden they're split and they compete.
And they are closer to Caldwell. They're closer to Shelby than Caldwell.
Sure, neighboring.
And with the continuous remodeling and upgrading of this field, I mean, Cherryville comes here more than anybody. They're the closest team, so I mean, it's gonna build up a rivalry. The World Series is here. This is where you want to be at the end of the year, and when one of your rivals is the host of that, you know that tends to get bigger and bigger, especially with Cherryville as a 6-time in a row Area 4 champion.
Which is unbelievable, as strong as this area is, that one team, no matter who it is, could win 6 in a row.
16 teams.
Yeah. Yeah, 16 teams that include Caldwell, Shelby, Hickory, you know, some pretty powerful teams that somebody can't knock them off. That pitch a strike, 1-2 now the count to Brandon Alexander.
Says we're off again.
Really? Well, my phone line
we were on for a second, and then we were knocked right back off.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He strikes out the side.
Wow.
How about that?
Wow.
That will do it for Cherryville Post 100 here in inning number 8. They get no runs, a hit, a walk. 2 runners left on base. TRT Trailer Sales, Hauser Drug, Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Shelby on top, 3-1.
Carolina Care Center strives to provide.
A lot of people are switching to natural gas lately because natural gas appliances cost a lot less to operate than those using propane or electricity. In fact, a typical family could save up to $1,000 a year just by switching from propane to natural gas. But that's not all. To learn more about natural gas and to find out how much money you could save by switching, visit psncenergy.com/choosegas. That's psncenergy.com/choosegas. Natural gas from PSNC Energy, making everyday life better.
Do you need to organize? Maybe you need to create more space. But what do? Call Alcom Mini Storage on Dick Bream Road in Cherryville. Alcom Mini Storage has all sizes of mini storage bins, priced from $35 to $85. And now mention this radio ad, and when you pay for 3 months, you'll get an additional month free. Just mention this radio ad for your free month. Alcom Mini Storage, 235 Dick Beam Road in Cherryville, 704-435-8803. All units are lighted with security cameras and monthly extermination. Check our prices, Alcom Mini Storage.
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about just how much value their car insurance company is delivering. If you're one of them, State Farm agent Billy Rowland in Lincoln can help you get to a better state, because Billy and her agents will talk with you, listen to you, and help put together a policy that has you written all over it, from cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call State Farm agent Billy Rowland in Lincoln and officially get to a better state with State Farm.
The old saying, you can't keep a good man down, now applies to Brookwood Cafe and Catering. The new Brookwood Cafe and Catering is located on Providence Mill Road in Maiden, featuring the same great food and service you remember. The world's greatest fried chicken and world-famous penny browns once again satisfy your appetite. Brookwood Cafe and Catering is serving the same great breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Brookwood Cafe and Catering on Providence Mill Road in Maiden. Stop by before the game or call ahead for your tailgate items, 828-428-8944.
Carolina Heating and Cooling in Cherryville has been in business for over 90 years. With over 4 generations of contractor experience, Carolina Heating and Cooling specializes in sales, service, and installation of heating and cooling products. They offer annual maintenance agreements and service all brands of equipment. Carolina Heating and Cooling, 1313 West Church Street in Cherryville, in the 04